It started with a ship. The Sarah's Grit.
The call of the sea in her endless embrace.
Destiny. And a song to be sung for the ages.
Escape from my family, their sins. And redemption?
A bad hand. Risk. And a second chance at the big table.
A promise of charity. The lie for tyranny.
Now we're trapped, lost, and moved like pawns.
Strange nations surround us, and we're all out of room.
The course is unclear. The answers unknown.
We freed slaves, killed monsters, and lost friends.
We're hunted by devils.
We're bound by dragons.
They've raised the stakes. But we're playing blind.
We're alone.
This place is a cage.
How do we survive?
The Everstorm.
I didn't hate my voice! Yay! I didn't hate my voice! Yay!
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, God. That was so bad the first time. And that was like, oh, whew. It was like, the Everstorm. Me. Come on, guys. Let's do the ball pit next. Woohoo!
How much work did it take this time, Clint?
Well, Levi sent me his line like 6 more times. So,
he recorded it like this.
yeah, he tried it a bunch of times, and I ended up like the Everstorm was 3 different takes.
Wow.
Because he said it like the Everstorm. So I took the and ever and storm, the 3 best takes that I liked out of those, put them all together.
Every syllable from a different
Everstorm.
take.
Nice.
Every syllable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Handy
man.
work there, Clint. Handy work.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
That's what he
All
does.
right. Where we last left off. Welcome to Everstorm Season 2, 28. And this is 57 total.
God dang. A lot of episodes.
Yeah! That's a lot.
Are we the guy yet?
Oh,
I would
okay. I want to be the guy too. Okay. Where we last left off, the guys had just come into a water vanguard awaiting them as they were patrolling along through this sea cutting to the west, trying to reach this war front that they're aware of, hoping that answers await them if they jump to the right assistance. And yet they're stopped by the same sea serpent that is responsible for destroying Sid's ship in the first place, the one that brought him to the guys.
Hey,
Thank you,
Hey,
Raiden. Welcome in.
Hello.
So,
Good brother, Raiden.
Yeah,
all
good brother.
of the
Whoever
entire
brother is,
last
good brother.
episode, they battled the thing and its minions. It was legitimately what, a four hour fight, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, it was.
It was beefy.
It was
It
the
was
whole game.
beefy.
It was beefy.
Involved multiple NPCs, a lot of wackadoo nonsense. So if you like a battle crawl, then that's what happened last game.
I played
And-
only battle music the whole time.
Yeah, you
Only
did.
Battle music.
And,
There's no other music.
When we left off, suddenly the sea serpent vanished beneath the waves at a critical moment, but not because of some sort of deep dive or some sort of a strange death blow. It's just almost as if it like shrank out of existence, and then surfacing not too far away from the ship, they noticed an inbound shark. And familiarity with Balron led them really quick to a theory. So the shark was taken out in rapid succession.
Yes.
And now the guys have drug aboard. Let me see. I'm going to drop him into your files.
Oh man,
This
bad
guy-
dwarf.
Man, bad dwarf.
I
Bad
like that his name
dwarf.
is just Bad Dwarf. Let me switch over to that.
He's
There
just
we
really
go.
given up on NPC
Bad
naming
dwarf.
conventions.
He doesn't even try. He knows we're gonna name it something else, and that's what it's gonna get called. So he just like fuck off with the names you guys call this. What
That's
you want.
also probably true. That's probably true.
Much as you appreciate it, I also don't want to just post up names when you don't know names. So thank you for the credibility, but there was not that much forethought. It's literally that he is a dwarf you don't like, bad dwarf.
We've
All right.
hit episode 87, so Levi's like giving up on names. He's like, I'm just gonna art the shit out of this, and they'll call it what they want.
So true.
This dwarf is dead, bleeding out on the deck of the ship. You guys killed him.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
the shit out of this one.
So, everybody's back on board. Where we last left off, Sid and Burl were in the folded boat. Technically, Malice bleeding out, but things always get hinky, in my opinion, between characters on death saves and mobs that just
Yeah.
die. We don't necessarily do death saves for everybody. So right now he's bleeding out. He could be saved. I don't recall that a mountain of damage was done to him at the end that killed him. As I recall, you guys brought him under and that was it. Like he didn't... Oh no, the Spectre is the last damage done to him, right?
Either
I'm
that or
looking at it right now.
No, I might have. Let me see. Was it?
I think you
Hold
made
on.
a cannon.
No. The last damage. Yeah, the damage was a Spectre attack followed by a star burst in his
A
chest. as I recall.
starburst. Yes, he is dead. He is dead. He is dead. He's not bleeding out. He is dead.
He did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I killed him real good.
Well, I'll go as far as to say that, I mean, if he needs a couple extra trident pokes, I'll be happy to oblige so I can reincarnate. I can't help him till he's dead.
I can't help him.
Yeah.
I can't help him.
We
I
can,
can't help him until he's dead.
What's really the real question is, did Levi make bad dwarf elf art for what I reincarnated? That's what we really need to know.
I
we're hoping for
didn't,
that elf. We're
I
so
didn't,
hoping for that elf.
because what am I gonna do? Make 20 options? Fuck that. No, I'll just wait and see what happens. He's gonna be on the Tallulah plan, where I, wait and then I'll find art later.
We're gonna put you on a program. It's the Tallulah program.
It's the Tallulah program. It's only 7 steps. All right.
Oh,
So-
no.
You guys come aboard. The fold-up boat is folded up and returned to Sid's pocket, and everybody seems to be taking a breather. You guys now notice, way behind you, about 300 yards back, the Thorn Jenny is tilted to the side, and the railing is partially submerged. And then you see a red lance of energy knock one of the sea uglies off board and impale it midair as it falls dead into the water. And you can see Dazra is on the deck fighting.
I'm going to immediately call out to Lindell to turn the ship about and bring it towards the Jenny.
Aye, aye! And he starts rolling it around.
And
And then you guys hang on, and this thing turns and begins her slow trek back towards the Jenny.
I don't know how long it's been. I know I only have a minute of the wings, and I don't know how far it is to. You said it was like 300 feet away where they're at.
Yards.
Oh God,
Yeah,
I don't.
yards. That's even out of my range, guys.
I don't think I can
That's
get
what?
there. I'd only have like 40 seconds of 40 foot. No,
Don't worry.
I can't fly there in time.
Nothing is outside of my range anymore. My most spell
Nothing is outside of my range.
is literally says 5 miles. You can't possibly be out of my range anymore. If I can see it, I can hit it.
Nice.
All right, what are you doing then, guy with no range limit?
Oh, I'm not doing anything. I don't fucking care about this people. I want you to know that it's not outside my range. That's
I
all.
want you to know that's the most valorous thing you've said tonight already.
I want you to know I can.
I'd
I'm not
rather
saying I'm going
Hey
to.
guys,
I'm
I
saying
can help. Okay. Well, that's in character. Balrin says that. I could do something.
I
but
can
I
help
don't
him,
care.
but I don't care
But
enough.
why
so-
would I?
That is, that's exactly right.
All right. He pulls it around, and you guys see the fighting continue. One of them goes up against Dazra, who does a sidestep and pulls out two, and is fighting dual wielding. And you do not see the captain. And you can see there is a lot of movement in the water around where it's already tilted. And you can see a decent amount of sea uglies that are now starting to evacuate.
As we're on their way there, Fulcrum has a sudden realization. I'm going to dash towards the cabin door and open up and check to make sure Harmony's still inside and all right.
Okay, you get to the door, and Griggs turns on you real quick, like surprised that there's quick movement, and he steps aside, like, "I was just trying to," and then you just brush past him, and you're inside. And Harmony is hiding underneath one of the beds or one of the hammocks, and she's hiding underneath your desk.
Yeah, right.
She's using as a bit of a barricade, and you can see there's a weird pulse of golden flowing energy and a hum coming from her, and it has a melody reminiscent of the song, but faint, like she's holding the melody in case she has to.
Harmony, it's just me. Are you all right? Did anyone come in here?
No, is everyone okay?
I think so. Well, there's still people outside though, so stay in.
Okay.
And cry out if anybody except us comes inside. Okay.
Okay.
Stay where you are. It's not safe yet. And I'm gonna
All right.
close
Is
the door.
Morgan okay?
Yeah, he is okay. He's okay. Morgane, she's all right. She's still in the room.
I didn't see her leave, so I assumed she was there, but you never know.
He's up in the crow's nest. He's okay.
Okay.
Right.
So you shut the door, and then you hear like a couple things being moved inside from behind the door that was just shut.
Okay.
And Griggs is like, "I swear I didn't know," and he looks like he's not making eye contact with you. He's looking towards your knees. "I swear I didn't open the door for anything. She's too important, okay? She's too
Griggs.
important."
Thank you for guarding the door.
"Yeah, okay. They're gonna have to get past me." And he holds up a little belaying pin. It's like the shittiest nightstick.
Well,
It's
that's all he gets.
It's
'cause I don't
6 inches long. It's nothing.
Thank you. Thanks, Griggs.
Best NPC.
Just stay there. It's not safe yet. There's still more sea uglies, and I'm gonna run back out. How close are we getting to their ship? Are they still fighting?
They're still fighting.
Yeah, we're like,
But it looks like Dazra's killed one, and now you can see Kina is up on the upper deck where Davis had the wheel positioned on the back half, but it's like being on the upper deck of a sloop, like it's nothing. And okay, if somebody stands on the back upper deck of the Thorn Jenny, they're still not half the height of the grit out of the water. They're not even eye contact with the deck railing. And as she's there, she's got the wheel and she's looking around the edge. You see her suddenly go, and she's firing off these giant red. It looks like she's blasting out red spiny. It's almost like rapid fire stalagmites that are razor thin, growing out of her hands like a shotgun blast, and then they lance into the water. And she's just laying those out left and right into the water.
As soon as we get within 200 yards, I'm gonna start firing.
Ditto. Fulcrum runs to the front of the ship.
You
and
guys
gets
wait
ready as well.
and hold. As you get within 200 yards, I didn't put him back on ship, but he would have been on the ship. As you get within 200 yards, Tolig's like, "Oh!" And he's like lining up a ballista bolt.
Of course he is.
Oh,
And
I'm gonna send Petty Officer Spectre flying over there because he can to go assist them. And just
Okay. Okay. By the time you guys get there, give me an attack roll. Because I assume there's only 2 sea uglies aboard the deck of the Thorn Jetty right now.
200 yards is going to be, that's still like the disadvantage. That's the 600 feet, right?
Yep, 600 feet.
Yeah, that's disadvantage.
Bowron just looked at Fulcrum, points at the dwarf. Are we taking this one alive, Captain?
I thought I made that pretty clear. I looked down to his blown open chest.
Oh,
I'm a 24 and an 18 to hit.
24
Nice!
as well on the first hit. 25.
Go and roll damage. Go and roll damage.
Okay.
Not amazing.
24.
is there something I'm not seeing on the battle map?
14 damage total on the first.
I'm narrating this right now. I didn't put it on the
Okay.
map. I'm not worrying about distance right now.
Okay, I didn't see targets.
Oh.
I was just making sure.
I did 20 and 19.
14 and
Yeah.
17.
Okay. As one is coming up on Dazra, she sticks one in the leg, it falls back, and then one of your shots cleaves through the top half of its head, dropping out the back as his face goes slack and it goes in the water. And then one coming up behind her, your second shot goes in, and then both of Morgane's, and then it falls off the deck railing. And you guys have cleared what remains, but the ship is still sinking. So by the time you get to the Thorn Jenny, there are no sea uglies on it.
There's a ship sinking behind us right now.
Oh my god.
I clicked that by accident. That's
It's
why.
just like slowly like shifting down. Like, uh-oh.
Sorry,
You guys,
I'm putting the ship up.
You guys pull
Animating
up.
the sinking.
I love that. I love that. That's beautiful. I'm so proud of you. This is awesome. I love it.
I'm so proud of you.
I love the green screen shit. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
I feel like we're leveling up. Yay. Or for that matter, playing catch up to Grouch Couch. We've been doing it well for a long time. Shout out to Grouch Couch. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, those guys
Shout
do
out
good
to
work.
Grouch Couch.
They're at Wasteland
do
tonight,
great.
or tomorrow. Wasteland, of all
So,
places. tomorrow.
It's now got one deck railing just submerged. The whole thing is on a low tilt. And you see Dazra has gone below deck. And you see, and then you see her dive underneath, searching the ship.
Well,
And then when you guys get within close, Kina immediately starts coming for you and reaching for a line.
We throw a rope down right away.
She grabs, she's like, come here. And you see like a little brown, patchy Boston Terrier. And she picks him up and starts climbing up the rope.
Fucking dogs.
When she gets up to the top, I'll help her up.
The druid is
Your
upset
captain?
about an animal
Yeah.
being on the boat.
It's not all animal.
Kodo's
It's
just
the
impressed
fucking
that a dog can
you know.
climb a rope.
It's very,
No,
very.
he's not
balanced dog.
climbing the rope.
You just said he climbed the rope.
She's
No, I said she lifted the dog under her arm and she starts climbing the rope while she's
Okay.
holding a dog.
Okay. Let's say, damn, I'm trading in Keurig for that dog. I'll level him up.
I like how Greg just leveled up and he's still getting shit.
I mean, all he
Can't
does is
climb
he
a
flies
rope.
and
Come
shoots
on.
laser beams out of his eyes.
Why?
You know?
His tail attack does more than a breath weapon is like lazy, shitty. All right. So, you guys get there, and then you see Dazra's gone beneath underwater in the lower deck. That's where she's submerged.
I'm gonna toss the folding boat down and dive down into it.
Okay. You and then lay it down, and the weird thing is when you toss it over, it almost has no weight at first. It falls weird, like if you threw a deck umbrella off your deck, it would be a little slower, and yet as it hits the water, it immediately displaces the amount of water something like it should. When you get down there, it starts to solidify and become more rigid, and yet it still seems like paper. It's a bizarre and very strange thing.
Best
Is your
part.
boat a Decepticon or an Autobot? That's all.
Yeah, it hasn't really revealed itself yet, so I'm gonna assume Deceptibot, but you
It's
know,
an origami con.
it's a combo, Cam. That's why I mixed them.
Oh, I don't know. I think you just didn't know what you're talking about.
Nope, never. I know all.
It's a GoBot, all right? It's a GoBot.
Oh! Hi.
That's it, I quit. I'm out.
Hold on. I'm sorry he said that in your presence. I'm so sorry.
Low blow indeed.
Oh.
You hurt Grimlock calling the GoBots. That was Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, those who shall not be named.
Seriously. That was a fucking word. All right. So you're parked right next to it, and then she surfaces. He's like, "There's no one under there. They took him." And then she swims over to your boat. And at this point, the Thor and Jenny, somebody will have to go underwater to repair her, if that's the plan.
All right, I got it. Yeah, lay
Sorry,
on
what did she say
there,
now?
pretty thick. I gotta take care of it.
Got him.
She's hanging over the edge. She's like, "He's gone. They took him. They took Davis."
See how we did?
Yeah. He was. They pulled him off at the beginning. I thought maybe he survived. He didn't. I don't know. We were overrun. Then they started to scatter after the giant one disappeared.
I'm gonna take a look in the water.
Power and cast water breathing.
Okay.
Everyone breathe. It's fine. Just go into there and look. It'll be all good.
Oh, we all got it?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we all gotta go.
Well, up
Yeah,
to
actually.
10, up to 10 willing creatures.
I was just surprised Balrin, like, cast a spell on us.
She's like,
Well, it's that or I
Now
have to
as-
do it myself, and I don't
as
really
magic
want to,
makes her able to breathe water, the water just sort of flows out of her mouth without her coughing and hacking. And she like looks, she's thanks. And then she dives back in the water, and some of you go with her, and there is nothing really below decks of the Thorn Jenny. There's no one in there. You do see two dead, clearly dead sea uglies that have been killed by some sort of bladed weapon.
Okay.
But you don't see Davis.
It was the least I could do.
Is there anything
So-
else looking like it's important down here? Like any items that have been left or anything?
You see Dazra grab a crate and 2 bags and bring them up.
Is there any booze?
Oh, good. She
That's
saved
the important
loot.
question.
Bauer will reach
Yes.
down for the loot.
I'll grab it.
For the booze.
You grab a crate with about 6 bottles in it that
The good stuff.
they're like lashed in by a lattice work netting across the top that hold them inside the crate as this thing is kind of ambiently floating in the water. And so you currently have 2 bottles of whiskey,
Yes, the good stuff.
and you have 2 bottles of rum and 2 bottles of wine.
Hold on. 2 bottles. Okay, I'll add these on my list. 2 bottles of rum.
And as Dazra climbs aboard your paper boat, she lays in the crate and the 2 bags. Kina's already on the grid.
Okay.
Thank you for that. That's
It was worth trying.
yeah.
Too bad. But who knows? People turn up living after this all the time.
Yeah.
We'll find them.
And what do you guys do?
Now let's get back aboard the grits at least.
Gather everybody up on the boat, and we're still in. This is like as I recall, this is still a very foggy area of the sea. You're correct, or
Yeah. It's just generally about 1 foot to 2 feet vertically thick, swirling. It's got some thin spots you can see, but in general, your visibility with the grit of being able to see water is only when you're at the railing looking straight down.
Oh man,
Because looking straight down through the fog, and that would be like a radius around the grid of maybe 30 feet, given her height. You do have a nice eagle eye at about a 30-foot radius all around the grit. You can actually see water. But then at that point, with the angle of your vision, you're seeing through more fog. And so at that point, it's just this swirling mass. It looks like the grid is sailing on a cloud sitting in the water. And at times, in the distance, you see with the general rock, it looks like a giant cottony blanket that occasionally is broken by little bladed edges of wave that then crash back down and it swirls more.
Gonna be dangerous sailing this.
We already saw several wrecks.
They come aboard, and Tolig is walking up to Ikax and hacking off their ears and ripping out their tongues and tying them off to his belt and then chucking their bodies overboard. Then he gets to the dwarf.
Oh! Tolig!
No.
That one's ours.
This one's gonna live again. I've already marked off 1,000 gold worth.
All right. Maybe we can ask him what this was all about.
Darren will begin.
That's the one that took the going blue.
Darren reaches down with one hand, places upon the dwarf.
Oi! Cotton, come to the killing blow for alive here.
I did take the killing blow. Yeah, what is it,
He
Tolig?
pulls out a stubby, nasty-looking stone knife and hacks off a chunk of beard. And he really quickly wads it up into a weird little ball, poorly tied around, so it looks like somebody's collected lint ball. And he hands it to you.
Thank you. Is this dwarf custom?
A dwarf's custom!
Oh.
What's a bad dwarf? You know, the bear no more!
Thank you, Tolig, and good fighting in the last battle.
Guy! And he walks away and he starts throwing more sea uglies overboard.
Tuck that in a pouch to surprise me later when I reach in.
Yeah. Ugh.
It is scraggly, it is bright orange.
Let's tie this guy up before we resurrect him.
Wait, because it takes an hour to resurrect.
It takes.
Point of order. Resurrection.
Oh,
He'll
sorry.
be in his body. Reincarnation. His body will be left behind, and a new body will appear.
Yeah.
That's the
Point of order.
And that's an hour, right?
Yeah, it takes some time. That's why we were waiting for fighting to end.
So
Maybe we make him
decide what you want to do.
Well, we should give a good search over if we're going to lose this body entirely. Make sure he doesn't have something on it or marking.
You won't lose it. It'll be here.
Oh, okay.
Still worth taking a look.
A new one. Right here. Probably Elven.
So do a moment to investigate his belongings. See
Okay,
if we can find
you managed to find on him of things that appear to be unique. He has a small bag of only stones. They are not precious stones. They just look like smooth sea stones. He's got about 15 in there. In addition, he has a small, deep, purple, chunky crystal. Live, laugh, Lindy.
Oh,
Welcome.
thank you.
Hello,
for
lady.
Here.
Well,
Thank you for the raid,
appreciate it.
Lindy.
Thank you.
Friend of the team, Lindy.
Absolutely.
What were you playing tonight, Lindy? Was it Aliens?
I bet there were costumes and there were voices, though, if it was on her channel. There's always costumes and voices, and they're awesome.
Always.
Yeah.
Hell
Lindy
yeah.
They're
commits.
awesome.
Lindy commits.
I don't
And
remember which game it
associates
is,
with
but I
those
love
that
the one
commit,
where she
so.
plays, like, the old professor guy. I don't
Yep.
even remember
Oh,
which
that's
one it is.
their Exandria campaign on Monday.
Yeah. I don't. Every time I watch her play that one, it makes me laugh. I love it.
So, 15 smooth stones in a small bag. You find a purple crystal. The purple crystal is, it looks like a hunky, nasty, broken piece of quartz. It's almost black, except when you hold up to the light and what light passes through, it's got a deep reddish purple core to it. And he has an axe. The axe is the one he's holding in the picture.
Okay.
And the cloak, the bear cloak that he has on. And then beyond that, you find underneath you find 2 more bags. One that has some kind of dried meat, and the other one that has like 3 dead fish.
All right.
Interesting. I never expected this beast to have been a dwarf or man.
No, I wasn't really expecting that either. It got really big. I mean, that thing came up on the boat and it ate you. Thank you for getting the captain, by the way.
That's the least I could do in that situation. I mean, had a good look around on the inside, but it's nothing worth being in there, I'll tell you.
Glad you made it out. So, I guess, I mean, I'll be fine for I'd be happy to take a rest while you do your work, Balrin. He doesn't really seem to have much else on. I don't really know what to make about all these stones he has, though.
There's druids in our rocks.
You think he is a druid?
I don't know. He turned into a giant sea creature, so he's wearing some fur. I'd say his odds are good.
Decent possibility.
There's a distinct chance, is what you're saying.
Yeah, there's a distinct chance he'll be an elf in a moment, so hold on.
So I'm going to take a short rest while you use that hour to cast that. Oh, and Levi, I'd like to sit with that ring that we never figured out what the hell it does during my short rest from the other game.
Yeah, that cool ring.
I'm going to play the Song of Hope as we sit.
Nice.
Okay, as you play with the ring, and I assuming you are going to play with it / attune to it or not attune?
I'm trying to do I don't know, what is it? The player's handbook. You just spending a short rest with a magic item will give you an idea of its properties or something like that.
Yes.
Because I don't have a slot for it, but I don't know what it does.
You know that it is a passive, ambient, and non-triggered effect, but you're not exactly sure what kind. It incurs some kind of benefit to you.
Okay.
But it's not one that is activated.
It's a passive benefit of some description.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody misses Skeezer right now.
Yeah, damn right we do.
Oh, hold on. We're gonna play some Skeezer theme, just in remembrance.
Just in honor.
Oh.
You're looking at all these items you wish you could identify. Oh. All right, are we reincarnating?
I clicked what I clicked.
Ooh, I should roll for hit points.
I clicked what I clicked. All right.
Should you put him somewhere where he can't get to the seat quickly?
I need you. Am I rolling race? Is the race in my hands or in Balrin's hands? I'll let the group decide.
Ooh.
It says GM, but I'm fine with Balrin rolling it. I mean,
had we been letting him roll it previously?
Yeah,
Was that the elf? Was that the elf magic?
I don't think I rolled the.
I think it was Levi the previous
did I
time.
roll it every time? Okay.
Yeah, let's try to keep it consistent. You gotta keep that elf coming.
have a color of dice that you want me to roll here?
Blue
Blue, he says.
in the name of Elos.
In the name of Elos and her infinite majesty, bountiful arms.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have percentile? with my blue.
Throw both those.
All right, that's one off of full. We'll just go with that.
Okay. I got my 2 blues. Dark blue's gonna be the 10s. Light blue's gonna be. I'm gonna use the dice tower to make it official.
Let's see if yet again we get an elf.
It's not in my hand. It never
elf.
has been.
Hold on, I got the number. Let me see.
I got the chart.
Pretty good.
Valorant casts, pouring water, seawater into the form as he crushes up these rare oils and a single diamond. But in this case, Balrin doesn't have a single one that's worth $1,000. So he's got a small collection. And as the seawater mixes and mingles, the diamond starts to crunch and fracture and turn into tiny, glittering, sparkling light as it pours through the water over the form. And then he takes a drink out of rum absentmindedly and just passes the ghost hand over the final form. And it's a long process. He does this for like an hour, backwards and forwards, as you guys see the water soaking in. And then as this goes on, you guys go about kind of waiting. And there's all this anticipation of what's going to happen.
Oh, there's no anticipation.
And then after just far too much time passes, and it looks like Balrin's sitting there, and is he asleep?
Yes.
He's like kind of tilted to the side, and the ghost hand is kind of half floating over him, and you hear some humming, and he's got in the good hand a bottle just sort of tilted to the side.
He's just drunk.
Occasionally with the rock of the boat, the rum just drips on the body, and then it tilts back. And, drip. And then you guys hear and you hear splashing. Starboard.
But that's not where I was expecting that.
Run over to starboard side, look over the side. Yeah.
You see a halfling just kicking about in the water.
Halfway.
Naked
Nice.
halfling.
Odd looking elf.
He's disappointed.
Strange.
Gonna throw a line down and goes, grab on.
And he grabs on. At first, he looks panicked and just terrified. But then he grabs the line. But then when he sees it's you up there, he lets go. And then you see it's the water. He's like, you see his hand is doing some castiness, and then he's like,
Balrin, how long does that water breathing last for?
Oh, I didn't cast it on him.
Oh no, from earlier.
Oh, it's gone by now.
and then you see the halfling becomes a reef shark.
Ooh.
Oh, you can still do that, huh?
I send Kurik overboard.
Okay.
and
Water
I
breathing's
have him
24 hours.
Fly down there and just
Oh, it is 24
grab
hours.
him.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he's a reef shark and he's going to bring him
Yeah.
back up on deck.
Okay. Okay. Give me an athletics by Kurik.
Let me, I apologize for that window. Yep, I knew that window was going to open over there. Sorry, guys.
Gosh.
Yeah, I know.
We've never done that.
Consummate
Nope.
professionals.
Nope,
Ever
not
before.
once.
Never.
Not once.
Okay,
Never
so is this going to be just a straight up dex then? Because he doesn't technically have any athletics skills.
Athletics could be strength. Athletics
Okay.
is strength. Acrobatics is dex. Athletics is strength. So this is a strength-based thing.
We'll do strength.
Grabbing somebody for a grapple is always athletics.
So 17 plus 5.
Nice. Okay. It's very close. He's about to get out of it, and Kurik's like, "Ah!" And you see Kurik almost slips out of the grip, and then you see his second hand goes in and drags him up two-handed in his talons with his forepaws. And you've got him. You've got a dangling reef shark.
And I throw him up. I have Kurik Just drag him up on deck and just flop him on the deck.
He immediately starts to shift back.
I'm going to have Petty Officer Spectre rush him and try and pin him down, which is not going to be great as a Spectre, but we're going to try.
Nice.
But we're gonna try.
I don't think that thing has a good amount of strength. In fact, it might be 1.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage. Don't worry about the Spectre attack right now. He'll just move into the same space. And you go ahead and roll intimidation with advantage.
Settle down, 28.
He freezes. And then he freezes and immediately he sort of just like tightens up.
Need to run. We brought you back. I have some questions.
I don't want to fight.
Good. We don't really want to fight either.
And then he's looking around, he sees his own body, and he's like, oh my, why?
Yeah, you probably have some questions.
You've angered Elos.
Angered a lot of people today.
She brought you back as that.
Hi! I heard that!
You could have.
I think he
lived
meant
forever.
naked.
You know that's not what he meant, Koto.
All right,
Yeah, I don't think
tried.
you did mean that,
Sorry.
Coda.
He meant what he meant.
I tried.
I won't.
Hey, Chris.
I won't run. I won't fight. I surrender. Mercy. And he holds up his hands.
Okay.
So,
Well, that's a good start.
And he gets into like a kneeling position, heads down, hands raised.
Well,
And Tolig is on it. Tolig's like hog tying the hands behind his back, and then hefts him up on his shoulder like, "What do you want this fighting? Boy!"
where should we just talk to him right here or bring him inside somewhere?
Below decks may be a good plan, so it's harder for him to run.
He's a fit in a bottle.
I mean, we have a brig.
Oh, definitely.
We've
Let's
been,
use the brig. Yeah, it's been a while.
we've been,
Yeah, let's bring him down to where we keep brigs.
we've been kept us in the brig since game 3.
Oh, I mean,
What is this game 3 you speak of?
You guys move him below decks and set him down in your makeshift brig, the room that Griggs was given for so long. And he's placed. Tolig slumps him down in the bed. The only thing I'd clear for you, like, could have an ear, or maybe take his ear. I think I was stuck him like tossed up, and maybe like make him like look at you with your own ear.
this one, but I mean, feel free to take it off his dwarf corpse upstairs.
And then he goes.
I knew that would get him out of here.
Nice move.
That's just not
Captain.
giving people what they want sometimes.
I know we intended to murder this man again, but
Oh, we did?
perhaps we should give him a chance.
Oh, we did. Yes. No, he'll get a second chance, right? What'd you have in mind?
You a gambling man?
Ooh.
Once. In a way. Once in a way.
Good. Well, perhaps there's life after today for you if you win. But we're gonna need some answers.
Right.
And regardless, a bit of collateral.
Oh?
Let's say those fancy abilities of yours. Don't need you wrecking any more ships.
I don't understand.
Do you want to live?
Yes.
Then the price will be your abilities to change your form. and we'll see if you are lucky enough.
Okay. So you're laying out cards?
Yeah, we'll put them out, and
Okay.
then we'll wait to see. So, like, what I am saying is, I am anteing in the chance for him to live, and he is anteing in his ability to shapeshift.
Okay.
So I'm giving him a choice.
Okay. And so now you and I play cards?
I figure we'll ask some questions, and then we'll play cards at the end.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
He is very confused by this exchange with you, but do you have cards? Okay, so you're just sitting across from him. There are no cards visible right now?
No cards just yet.
Okay. You... What could I... What would you have of me, then?
Captain, do you want to take the first question?
Take a deep breath, and as I do, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and that'll be the verbal component for casting glibness. So for the next hour until this spell ends, when I make a charisma check, I can replace the number I roll with a 15. Additionally, no matter what I say,
fantastic.
Magic that would determine if I am telling the truth indicates that I am being truthful.
Wow.
Okay.
Potent stuff.
So I'm going to get down very close to him. My eyes are going to shift into red. I'm like, if you even want to think about getting to this little game with my friend, you're going to tell us a little bit first about who you're working for.
There's more than one. In a sense, Zynock, and in a sense, the Great Mother, and there's my partner. What's left of her?
What do you mean? What's left of who? Your partner? Who is she?
I'm not. I think I'm very confused.
Okay, just take your time. You know, if you need to, just take a moment. How about you take a few deep breaths, and I'm sure it'll come to you. As the eyes shift back to white, and a smile comes on the face.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check to calm him down.
Okay.
Nice.
Mauron just stands over by Talua. You see, this is how Christian could have been.
Talua looks at you like, to be so small.
Yeah, terrible.
Why would you even choose to live?
He won't.
22.
Okay. So he takes a deep breath. He's like, okay. The thing on your deck that I used to be, I sound so strange. The thing on the deck that I used to be wasn't what I was. It was taken from me a long time ago. Long time ago. I think I remember hunting, but I remember cold waves and peace in the dark. I think I have more memories than my head can hold. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Hmm.
Well,
So you said you worked for Zynox. Interesting.
Once,
And which one is that again? That's the. I'm trying to remember.
he dreamed.
The Dreamer. Yes. Hmm.
Your great mother, does she look like this? And I'm going to pull out Vulcan will pull out his journal where he's sketched the widow bride.
No. Oh, I know her.
Who is she to you?
Foul, but Elisha says necessary. I disagreed, but Elisha hasn't been wrong. Her counsel is her counsel's broken or wise or
This Elisha, is this your partner?
Elisha died quiet in the water when she drowned herself. She took her with 2 hands and held her beneath the waves until the eyes went white and her skin went pale. She made me watch. She'd free me too. He's a poison. He's a cancer poison.
What were you doing here? Why attack us?
Orders? You're unaccounted. You stop and bring change when it is not part of the plan, and you found some of it. You can't be allowed to find any more, she says.
Some of what? What did we find?
The shine.
Hmm.
the glimmer.
Fulcrum pulls out his piece and holds it up. This?
Oh, thanks for the sub. Much appreciated about
thank you
that.
for
And I
the sub.
immediately,
Battle bad?
thank you. Seeing that reaction, puts it away again right away. Well, thank you for that. That was very informative.
I knew that would be valuable for some reason.
You found it, and everywhere you go, you put a stop to things that are in motion. Joina speaks of you with warning, and so does the foul one. You brought an end to the foul one's pet. That was the first sign that you couldn't be ignored. But he wanted you safe. But you got too close, so I had to end it. I didn't want to. I did.
Is this making sense to the rest of you?
It sounds like Grin wanted us protected, or when you said you, do you mean just me or us, the boat here? Foul one.
One of you is cherished above all others. He would have you be born again. And be born again amidst flame, blood, and pain. So you'll be strong. That's what he says. It's what he did. It's what he made her do.
Well, then, if you're after him for that reason, Why sink my ship?
There was power on your ship. There's only one power in these waters, and it isn't to belong to anyone else.
Territorial. Interesting.
Yours smells strange, he said. Strange is something he couldn't trust.
What about the rest of you? The other behemoths that swim beneath the waves.
She is only one. Elisha, she killed me to make me born anew. She killed herself as well. For him, for his beautiful dreams, and for our freedom. I remember dying and I remember living. Death is so restful.
Looking amongst the rest of the group, have any of you heard of this Elisha before?
Religion check.
Probably heard of her.
Sure.
That's a botch.
I think that's on brand for Ballroom too,
Yeah,
actually.
it is.
You have no idea what he's talking about, Bauer.
Some other stupid upstart deity wannabe.
Oh my god!
That's funny.
Yin and yang.
Elisha is not a name significant to any major religion.
That's what.
Inherent in the name is Elah.
Mm-hmm.
When Elah is part of a name, it's not uncommon to be a name named in tribute to Elas. Whether that's a pseudonym or that's unclear.
Well,
It's the equivalent of Mary.
Yep.
kind of, yeah. Well, it certainly takes some
let's
liking
see
to
here.
us, but that's about all I can get to, really.
If Kodo, Fulcrum, or Morgaine want to make a intelligence check to remember, they may.
Sure.
Remember,
Well,
Remember that?
Remember.
Oh, I remember.
It's just
Oh, that
an
was
intelligence check. Not
that was a
save.
save. Yeah, actually, so take that down. That's an 11.
Check.
I'm actually an 11 then. I'm now a 12.
Oh, why did I do that? Oh,
Morgaine,
that's
you
what
have
I
no
get
idea what
for
they're talking
rolling-
about.
That's
Kodo
what I
and
get for rolling
Fulcrum,
digital dice.
You're hearing the name, and something's gnawing at the back of your mind. You've heard that name before. Maybe? And rolling it over, it was a name Balrin said. You guys found a stone on a beach, and it had carvings on it, and he said that name when he was reading it to you guys because nobody else could read it.
And it was signed by someone. The carvings was like had a signature from Elisha, or it was Elisha was just in the carvings.
Balrin said it. You don't know.
Oh, okay. It just came out of his mouth.
That was when we were hunting down that Plexitrix.
Oh.
that's been before my time.
Wow.
Does
Luna
this
doesn't
mean
come
anything
often.
to anyone?
Oh, Balrin said it once, but doesn't mean much else to me aside from that.
When did I say such a thing?
Some rock beach carving, I think, when
Right.
we were investigating all
Balrin-
the islands.
Balrin, if you want to roll to remember, you can roll an intelligence check at disadvantage, Balrin.
Oh, all right. Intelligence at disadvantage. Hold on.
Yeah, because this is some bullshit. You know what they're talking about.
There we go. Intelligence check. Disadvantage 13.
Oh yeah! You remember that rock was signed by two people from your order. They were from your order. And one of them was named Elisha, and the other was named something else with a ska in it.
Wasn't there 3 of them and they all traveled south?
Nope,
That's
it's
right.
2 of them, but yep.
I kind of remember that now. It was written in Druidic.
It is real foggy, something like that.
They were on the island where we were hunting down Plixatrix before Skeezer's demise, and they were heading south for some reason. I kind of recall. I guess this is south of there now, isn't it?
I look back at the dwarf. What's your name, mister?
It's the cursed, I believe.
Skagrid.
Look back at Balrin.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. I mean, it was etched into some stones. I wouldn't.
So, it was etched in a rock. It's probably bullshit. I love Balrin.
It was several bottles of rum ago.
Balrin is one of the best characters you have ever played. He is top tier.
He's both like the best and worst character.
In the ogre pantheon of characters, he is top tier. It's great. Skagrid.
Oh, it's not the one I thought it was.
She let me. I kept my name. I'm sorry, it's. I know I confuse. The memories are two of a life before and after, and death and anger. But freedom and servitude as well. He'll be so angry. I don't serve anymore. So very angry.
Somebody would talk about a Trisac. The cursed.
Trisac the Cursed. Tula's right there with you, chilling out with Balrin, feeling pity for this tiny thing. Trisac the Cursed. Long ago, she was an outsider storm blown into here. Became a marauder of the seas, stealing and killing water, and yet vanished, returned with great power. But she is a coward, as a menace as well.
What does this menace do the menacing at these days?
She would attack small villages and outposts between borders where forces were not as strong. Woven gather in mass under the tutelage and guidance of a blade, and there they are safe. When one wanders to the borders, they enjoy a greater freedom but less security.
She'd never attack a place as big as, let's say, Full Sands.
No.
Yeah.
No, that is unlikely.
Okay.
But a ship sailing out of, yes. She takes her prey where she can find it. She has marauded these waves for the better part of 8 years.
Well, there you have it, Captain.
Skagger, there's something else I wanted to know. Why were you attacking the Wavan people and putting weird ritualistic symbols around their corpses? I saw what you were doing. What is the purpose of that?
The Dreamer commands it. The Dreamer commands it. And there is a plan with Joina. She draws their worship so she can achieve greater strength.
Well, there's your number.
Makes sense.
She calls on them to accept her new embrace, the endless embrace, a new faith for the Wavan. And then you hear Talua spit on the ground. The new embrace is blasphemy. It turns from the cycle. It turns from the three once one. It is a cult. It lures the innocent, and they do not return to their families. I was eradicating it, and I sought help to do so. Joina is a heretic. She gathers them, those converted, begs of their faith, and then they die. Consumed by Ikax.
How close is she until she's consumed as many as she needs?
She spoke of a great storm coming. A storm that would hand her the waters.
That's the widow bride.
Could be.
Wearing Joina's skin.
So we have a grand alliance then. The Red, we have the Dreamer.
And Joina, who's actually the widow bride in disguise. What is it here that you needed? Something from the vault? What do they want from these waters?
The mother to see. We are doing what she asked. We haven't betrayed. But I think that's his lie now. I think his lie told me I needed his help because I wasn't strong enough. And I became his toy. The vault gathers secrets. It took a long time, but 2 relics are in the vault. The newest is broken, the pieces found. Marks of her call. She can see through them. To combine them is to open her arms. To give her strength here. I was going to war to take them in her name. It's no longer the war I want to fight. I understand if you want to kill me. I deserve no better. And I know death. And I could go to it again. But if you would have me, I would like to see the dreamer dead first.
Well, that is on our list of things to do. But well, Sid, I mean, I didn't want to get in the way of your game.
Yes. I'm quite fascinated by what these items were. Said they were locked away, they were hers then. Or were they merely things she wished to acquire?
In the times before, when the seas were greater than even the land, and mortal man set to its waves to conquer that which cannot be, she found it charming that they would throw themselves with abandon, and so she granted to them a cup, a nail, a star, and a winch. Prizes to fight over. Prizes to carry in her name as her champions. To embrace the mother is to embrace that you live on the whim and the wave, and each day is a gift, because tomorrow is not promised. And one of her faces fell.
Of course, the statues, the temple. One had a belt. It had crumbled.
The lost god. Killed to build a great cage. Killed so no one would ever escape.
The Everstorm.
Yes.
The Fae referred to it as a cage.
There we go. Now we're on to something.
So that's why that god of yours was killed? His death sealed this place off? That's it?
Not
Now,
just his.
and now Auras
Others
as well.
too.
That's why they're killing Auras, to keep it there.
How many others?
All we know is others. Gods that died with him when it was made. Long ago, this place was different. All of our research says it had life, mortals. It had villains. It had heroes, great heroes. And then something went very wrong, and a great crusade was born to kill a god. And it happened. And what remains is a cage built of his corpse. And nothing can escape it.
Why did they turn his corpse into a cage? To cage what?
All who would worship him, so they die with him.
It's the only way you truly stamp out a god.
Oh. Okay, so we've been sailing inside a god this whole time. A dead god. All right. Sure.
Stranger things
So
have
hard
happened.
to believe.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm with it. I'm just taking it in.
Mallory, what are the odds that you could bring it back as an elf?
Your shine. Your shine is what's left.
of the
Well, that
god.
confirms that. Interesting.
Why it's so valuable. That's why they're mining it.
Those who know and those with power have it. To kill a titan is to pull it from their soul.
And just so I can confirm, which dead god is this we're talking about with the belt? His name, he was, this one was...
Unnamed.
It didn't
We
have
didn't
a name.
unnamed.
I thought we learned the name at one point.
No, Bogo was the coast god that the Dragonborn followed, but that was not the one that was crumbled.
Okay.
Just know he used to have the belt. Okay.
We don't even know its full form because the statue's crumbled.
It's totally destroyed, right?
Bob the Belted God of Belt and Wall.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Also true, Chris. Also true.
That's true.
But hell, we better get our hands on that.
If they want it restored, I may have a path that'll get us there.
Yeah.
The chalice is giving up its secrets, slowly but surely,
Good.
in the form of this
Thanks,
handy
Max.
map. Came out of a bottle.
Oh. What'd you learn?
Well, it's taken some time to decode the rather crude drawings on it.
Hey, rather crude. This fucking guy. Listen to this guy.
But it clearly depicts a large sea creature holding the belt that we believe has been lost. So if all the
Are
pieces
you
in the
showing
vault-
that in front of him?
Yeah. See it clearly. It shows the belt restored in some giant sea creature's tentacles before we go find this other large sea creature that looks something like a giant crab. So if the vault has all the pieces of the belt, clearly we must restore it.
He drops down,
Oh god.
much to the rolling eyes chagrin of Lindell, who's like, God damn it. And then you see he bows to Balor and he's like, it would have to be you then.
What?
And we were all wrong.
Oh no, you are right. It was definitely not me.
If the bottle came to you, then you're the champion.
Well, yes, I'm the champion of the Spring Court. Yes, the Fae named me that a long time ago. That's
Good for you, Alden.
Elisha will fight to take your crown and to take the embrace for herself. And she'll try to end you.
well. If all she can manage is small outposts and nothing to near the size of Olisand's, then she'll be no match for me.
Is Alasha nearby, or is she... We saw another one of your Leviathan kind northeast. Is she near?
That was me.
Oh.
I still have a box.
She resides.
Boxes?
She resides in the Sea Spire.
And that's where we're headed to, isn't it?
No, the Storm Spire sits at the center.
Sorry, the Storm Spire or the Sea Spire?
She's in the Sea Spire.
Storm. I misspoke.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Master of notes. Fire away.
Master of notes.
In the Storm Spire. Yeah, no, we're heading to the...
I've felt a little bit queasy with this impromptu expansion of the Baron Coat. I'm gonna get some tea or coffee. If anybody wants some, I'll be right back. This is bullshit. And yeah, right, great, sir. Wonderful, Captain. That's great. It's great. Perfect. Let's get another one. I move to throw this one overboard with the rest of the bubbles. Just saying. He walks up.
I made this one in your image, Lindell. I thought you'd be pleased.
Fuck off, Byron!
Jesus Christ.
And then when you say that, he looks up at you, and you can see in Skagrad's eyes belief.
Oh no.
Ooh, that's
And then he looks over at Lindell, and you see now some of the faith in you is mirrored in a respect and admiration for Lindell as well. I'm remade.
Thanks, Rio.
Thanks, Rio. I am remade in the image of that which is of you.
Precisely.
Praise. He touches your toes.
Jesus.
Okay, well, my work is done. I'm gonna go have some more rum.
Oh, yeah. I think they pulled some new stuff off that sinking boat, the Thorn Jenny. So enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit jealous.
Skagrig, before your game, how many days out are we from the vault sailing? And could you maybe guide us through these waters so we don't sink?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yes. Yes. If you would give me the second chance.
I think
Third.
that might be up to the cards. And I look over at Sid questioningly. I don't know how to play this.
Seems that way.
I will. I could die honorable, knowing that with you, I would be undoing all my old works. For they are poison. Because that's what he wants.
You being Man
Dreamer.
Red. Oh, the Dreamer. Yeah. Okay, good. Sorry, keeping everything straight. Okay.
It's a lot here.
It is. All right. Okay.
Your abilities, they are yours or are they gifted?
I've trained and learned them long ago. Gifted by Elas, Sabak, Philora. And the blood of earth runs through me. Water too.
Good. Then it's not the nasty bits. All right. Well, Captain, it seems you have use for this one for a little while. At least until we get to the mother. And he did wish to see the Dreamer gone, which is a longer task. Tell you what. How about we let you live until either you've seen what you want to see, or until we get to where we're going.
The mother embraces Balrin. I'll stay with you and him till the end.
All right. Well, cards it is.
Okay, so I don't even remember my own rules. It was 3 on your own or 4 on your own? What did we do before?
I don't recall.
It was very. I think it was. It was a little bit different than normal Texas.
Yeah. So we'll say 3 are yours. Okay, 3 are only yours, and then
2. I remember having 2 that I was looking at.
2. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then the remaining 3 are.
Oh, it was 1 up, 1 down, is what we had to show, right?
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah.
So this is what's up.
Okay. A 5. All right, and then this is what is community.
A spades, 6 of spades, 8 of clubs.
Wow. Okay.
This is you playing him right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing him
So,
to determine when he dies, and I get his abilities.
I've decided this requires Sid.
He's got a 10.
Sid battle music.
Sid music.
Going at 10 of clubs.
Sid battle music.
He's holding a 10 of clubs for sure.
Okay.
Game just got way more epic.
It's a good song. It's a good song. Well, how are you feeling about your hand?
What is going on? He-
Oh, look
He's-
at the background.
Whoa.
Look at this,
Nice.
look
I
at
like
this
it.
movie magic going on here. I love it.
so, hold on. I should get out my super cool
I
display.
feel like this is like Final Fantasy X. Is it when like the guy like has like
Oh,
the
no.
roulette
Fulcrum has
machine?
Mickey
for
Mouse
the-
ears.
Oh, that was Riku, man. Riku was great.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry. No,
It was Waka. Waka.
No,
wasn't
it was Waka. It was Waka.
Yeah, say Waka had the
Slots,
Had the
elemental
roulette
slots.
Yeah, she had the slots. Riku had something else random too. I think.
She had mixology.
That's what it was.
So,
yeah.
That was a fun game.
Stephani's. We
I
played
like the
10.
sphere grid, man.
Yeah, we played
I
10
played
and
it a
10
few
like
times,
3
too.
times.
Okay,
I love the sphere grid.
I'm getting out my clipboard, and I had plenty of notice from Pan, and I'm still not ready. Professionalism.
But the card shark the hell out of this guy.
probably not.
Whoa, man.
Whoa.
He's using duct tape. This is serious.
Wow. What's up, Jordy?
You can't duck it. Fuck it. I mean,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay.
I don't think super late. We'll
oh,
We might take our break in a half hour, run another 2 hours
Oh,
after
man.
that.
Those
Okay.
cards are there forever now.
so he's showing a 10. Is that what you said it was? 10 of spades?
Uh-huh.
Or clubs, it looks like.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well,
And what are you showing?
I'm showing a 5 of diamonds.
So he's got 5 of diamonds. Then, according to what he's got the better hand on the table.
Mhm.
So he's sitting there staring at you. He looks lost.
You
Did
want
I-
to see it? You could raise if you like. Or you could ask. to
Should
see
I?
it. That's up to you. You have to decide what it's worth to you.
I want a chance to serve, to redeem.
All right.
So, what should I do?
I can consider that a raise. It's an extension of time if you should win.
Very well.
Continue as a servant to a budding deity, it seems like. Well, then, in that case, let's see. That's what I'm offering. What are you offering up in exchange for that?
He looks right at you. He's like, "What sounds right?"
Supermarket, he's asking.
And
you to
he
come
looks
now.
over. He looks over you, Fulcrum. He's like, "What? What should I? What should I raise?"
There it is.
I mean, I saw you could do that the shape shifting stuff. That's pretty neat. That's valuable, right?
It's already up for grabs.
Oh, that already is. Oh, okay. Do you know magic?
Yes.
You could wager that. That's valuable, right? I mean, magic's pretty nice.
I'd consider it valuable.
I'll wager. Magic.
I love that we're just fleecing this guy who is just not at all savvy to what's going
It's good.
on.
In Fulcrum's defense, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's like good advice, right? That's how you play the game."
In that case, I accept.
He. So another card.
Come
So-
on. Come on, cards.
It's a king of hearts.
Another king.
So pair of kings, huh?
Pair of kings.
Okay. And how many more cards do we get? One more?
No, there's 2 more.
2 more.
'Cause we did 3 down the river.
Okay. Well, and how are you feeling now?
I
God, I hope I win this.
Yeah, right. Oh my god.
You barely have
I mean,
anything
I
left.
got nothing to lose because of the way the wager's gone so far, but
am I worthy to play the next, or do I stop? And he looks at you, Fulcrum, and then he looks at you, Sid. What should I do?
If you want, you're happy where you're at. You can just stay and let Sid decide.
or you could decide that you're very confident and you think you have more to win.
But both of you roll persuasion.
I used to be good at this skill.
Whoever rolls better on persuasion, and mind
You still
you,
got that
he's got
ability
that
up, right?
crazy spell going.
I have glibness up, that's true. So, wow, I still didn't, I rolled one if I didn't need it still, 22.
Oh, that's not my die. Never mind. An 8. I thought I rolled that.
I'll stay.
All right. Sometimes it's the right call. Well then, I'll go ahead and let that stand as well. Let's see what comes down the river. I'll probably lose to this guy too, Chris Derps. That's how it works.
The 3 of diamonds.
3 of diamonds? Okay. Wow.
Bauer reemerges with a bottle of rum. Oh, game.
Guess we're having a little game here. Well,
Am I, and he looks at you, Fulcrum. Am I staying?
Fulcrum looks at Sid.
have you picked up the rules of the game yet, my friend?
I am holding cards.
I have picked up the cards.
Well,
That's
Um,
what I picked up.
It's dangerous to bet against novices. They get beginner's luck often.
that's entirely true.
Remember when he said something like that and you
Yep.
immediately lost?
Yeah, right.
It's gonna happen. I almost guarantee it's gonna happen here.
Well, I guess, that is true, though, Balrin. All in is an option, though I don't really know what that means for our friend Skagrig here.
So you might as well be all in.
Well, all in would be he loses everything here and now, right? We are playing for life.
Wait, no, well, I mean, we don't gotta kill him if he loses, right? That's a little, okay, so maybe not all in.
But that's not hardly fair. His halfling life isn't nearly as valuable.
It's what he
Like,
values.
You requested this man, this now halfling, to help aid us traverse our way to the prison. Yet you want to take away his abilities to do so.
Yes.
Is he aware
Yes,
of this?
I hate it when I agree with Kodo, but I agree with Kodo.
Oh, I guess that's a good question. Skagrig, if you couldn't turn into like a shark or something anymore, would you not be able to lead us to where we need to go? Or do you think you still could?
I know the ways.
Okay, see?
As long as he
Go.
understands what he's giving away.
I'm faced with a test for a second chance, right? And he looks at you, Kodo. That is what this is? A game for a chance?
The chance was for you to live. You are risking far more than that.
That's fair. I've taken much from many.
I
There
am
you have it.
comfortable as long as you know the details. If you know the odds.
And he looks at you, said, I'll stand.
Very well then. Let's see what we have.
And then this is the last one. 4 of diamonds.
4 of diamonds. So what do we got up there? It's a 4.
There's 2 kings.
There's a 4, there's a 5, there's a 6, there's an 8, and there's 2 kings, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
The step boy being fleeced to Sid.
Can you bring it a little closer to the screen there? Oh wow, it's just blinked out.
Oh my god.
All right, so pair of kings.
3, 4, 6, 8.
Man, I am 1 short of a straight.
Well, you can cheat.
That is true, you
It's
can.
true, you can cheat.
That. What do I do if I cheat? How does that work?
You got to beat
That
his
sounds like
perception to watch for your cheating. And
Hmm.
based on your roll, I'm basically going to let you do the mechanic of Scry for Magic the Gathering, where you draw and then swap a card based on like the top 3.
All right,
What have you got to lose, Sid? Really?
I literally have nothing to lose either way here, so just want to get something. I mean, I do have a pretty decent 2 pair going on here, but that's not great compared to some things that could be happening. Yeah, fuck it. He's probably not looking for it.
Well,
Let's give it a go. What am I rolling?
awesome one.
You're rolling sleight of hand versus my perception.
21.
Nice.
Hey, Possum.
21. All right, you got it.
Nice. Oh, wow. Well, I pulled 2 of the cards I needed. I might even
So
be
you
able
can
to-
swap. You can swap whatever cards from the 3 off the top of the deck, and then swap the other 2 back into the deck. In essence.
Okay. And what would this would be out of diamond. I guess I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take that one, I guess.
Now what?
Well,
Is-
we
is
reveal
the
what we
game-
have.
Okay. And then he takes his 2 cards and he flips them both over along with all the cards. And he's got the 5 of diamonds. What do I have?
Just the 5 of diamonds?
Yeah, all he's got is the 5 of diamonds. So he has, in essence, a pair of kings and a busted straight. So he
Nice.
only has a pair of kings.
Well, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. That's a straight.
So it is a straight, my friend. Well, as someone who has recently lost quite a bit, I will say it is a bittersweet loss for you, and things will get better in the long run. Now,
So does that mean he
Congrats.
dies?
eventually we all die, Koto.
It means that your marker gives a slight little pulse. And then when you check the marker, which you can now know what's on it whenever you touch it, you have a Druid's Wild Shape ability.
Nice.
You also have a full set of Druid cantrips.
Hey,
And let's see here.
Congratulations, you're a druid now.
you got cantrips back.
Hey, gotta watch that poison touch. It's nasty.
Shillelagh is pretty
You know,
It's just
I hear
5
they have
speak to
spells
plants.
that range for 5 miles.
That's true.
You can now shape 5 cubic feet of water.
Nice. I'll tell you what. As someone who's felt the sting of loss, I will.
Let me lay out what's on here so you can pick and choose before you decide to be generous. All right.
All right.
So you've got wild shape
Mm-hmm.
equivalent to up to 8th level of a wild shape ability. So
Okay.
So he can
That's
take a
pretty good.
flight form. if he wanted to.
Nice.
hold on, let me check.
Should be CR2 and flight forms available, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
Unless they're like that special
and then
subclass of
times
druid.
per day. How many times per day is it? It's
normal
hours.
Normal druid gets 2 shape shifts for an hour each.
It's number of hours, half your druid level. So you can hold a wild shape for 7 hours.
Nice.
All right.
And you have 4 druid cantrips,
Hell yeah.
4 first level druid spells, 3 second level druid spells, and 3 third level druid spells.
Nice.
Okay.
Druid now.
There's some
I'm a druid now. All right.
pretty solid druid spells amongst the first few levels.
All you need is some druidic god to worship.
You also draw out, as you see his body shrink slightly, 3 con points.
Whoa!
I don't think I can take 3 con points.
You don't have to.
Um,
Once it's on the marker, it's yours to keep, barter, or give.
well, okay, so I have a belt or an amulet that's giving me a 19.
Yeah?
So could take it.
You could take it and give him the amulet.
No, I'm not giving him the amulet. No.
Man, you got an amulet that makes your con 19. Nice.
I do. I will take the con, but I'll tell you what.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Hold on. Did you legitimately make con your highest score because you're a con man?
Yes.
That just validated the whole case for me. I gotta get a drink. Fuck it. I'm out.
I didn't know if it was going to come up or not.
Yep, there's the galaxy brain moment
Hold
right
on.
there, man.
Did
Oh my
you
god.
make it? Did you make it because you're a con man?
Bless you. I'll tell you what, my
That's magical.
friend. Being a recent loser myself, I will let your life extend until the one you wish to worship says it ends.
But I have my chance.
You have your chance.
Welcome to the crew.
You should know. One amongst you is cherished above all others. I don't know which one. One of you is a chosen one. I was to ensure the death of everyone aboard, to make sure the chosen one would be born anew. He said he would be a force of death and righteous fury. Of the true blood, he said.
Is this
I don't know
something
which one of you it is.
Zynock said to you?
Yes.
Oh, so that's probably Kodo then.
Possibly. Description could match a lot of you guys in this group.
So all that mattered was that you just killed everybody? You didn't even know what this chosen one looked like? Just kill everyone and that'll sort it?
Consume them all.
Oh, you're gonna eat us. Well, I guess you did start doing that.
So to lose these things is more than fair.
Well,
It's a step towards the right. And so he looks a little woozy. And then you see he's grabbing his head again and looking a little bit lost again. And he's kind of fading in and out.
time to just collect yourself. We'll get you some pants. I'm sure Lindell has an extra pair. And
then you see like a pair of pants just appear near your hand. And Lindell's sipping tea, and he's like, that fucking guy upstairs, I swear to fucking God.
You just let this happen
Maiden
sit here
on.
and play cards naked for the
Yeah.
last throughout.
Yeah, you guys literally,
Didn't
you
even
guys
think about
threw him on a bed, naked, and had him play cards while you asked him questions.
We're the
And he's just
best.
kind of sitting there, just shaking while he's turning over cards. Like, is this good? Like, it's the strangest passive aggressive bullying scene you guys have ever done.
I'm proud of
Effective.
It was like the reverse of strip poker. It's like, do you want stuff? Play the cards.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
That is something amazing right there.
Well, Skagrig, before you take your rest, how many days sailing are we out from the vault?
3.
Okay, so and what can we expect? More Ikax, more of those flying
The
creatures?
Ikax will scatter without my guidance, but once you reach shore, the Avor will descend. They've successfully occupied Golor, and they are systematically taking the Grex hostage and using them to tunnel. The Avor are out of sorts underground, so they're forcing the Grex to turn on their own.
Horrible.
Well, I think we know what we need to be doing then.
If the vault can be found, then the vault was to be held hostage with as many Grex as possible to draw out the grandmother.
I guess we gotta head in there and keep them from getting these relics then, huh?
You're damn right. Well, I feel better already.
Yeah, you got a spring in your step there.
I feel great. I'm a druid now.
Well,
all right.
we have a guide, we have a path, a direction, and a goal. It's better than we've been in a long time.
Where are we going?
Well,
It's a certain death.
we're sailing on to where we were going in the first place, right? I know we were talking about filling the cauldron for this, but if we just took out that Leviathan without even needing it, maybe we'll be fine.
I couldn't agree more.
How do you all feel about it?
Well, seems like the next logical step in things we need to
You're
do.
so far away from your mic, I cannot hear you.
Sorry.
Wise words.
Talking into your bottle there, Balrin.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. Kodo wasn't going to listen to me anyway.
Nope.
I was saying it just seems like the next thing to do at this point. We've come all this way. Let's go ahead and raid this vault, get what we need to from it, and set course to ridding ourselves of the Dreamer. Seems like we finally perhaps know which side of that conflict we need to be on.
It's starting to look that way, isn't it?
That's what we came all this way for anyway, was answers to that, right?
It's true.
Seems like now we know.
He's just looking at you and sort of trying to track the conversation, but you also see his eyes keep kind of glazing over. And
The question is, when do you want to take care of my problem?
You mean your curse?
Yes. At some point,
yes.
you will all need to kill him.
Kill him?
Yes.
The other Kodo?
Yes.
And
How do
exactly
we-
does that work?
Yeah, how do we know if we're even killing the right Kodo?
You don't.
I don't know if I like this plan.
Now, hold on a second. I may not be as intelligent as I once was. I may not have the memory as what I once was. But you said earlier you didn't remember anything that happened while you were away. So, do you have a password? Something
What do you mean a
only
password?
you would know. Something we would share, you and me and the group. A word that would tell us that it's you and not them.
dark days, lost time, dark days.
Oh, Maybe Scavrag might know something about how to break it out of you. He used to follow the Dreamer, right? I mean, he's a little out of it right now.
His eyes trail, and he kind of keeps glancing at Kodo, but then he kind of try to scooch. So one of you is between him and Kodo.
Oh, okay.
So like Kodo doesn't have a line of sight on him. Right now, I'm currently assuming Kodo's kind of looming in the back. That's my guess.
That's been him this whole scene, yeah.
I figured.
Feels about right.
Just towering over everybody in the back row of the group photo, like.
The only one who's been away more was Bauer getting his bottle. Now he's back. Well, I don't know. Are you even sure that killing this other Kodo will free you of your curse?
Well, apparently the only way he's free is by killing me. So I'm assuming if it's the other way around, that's the only way I will be free.
Guess
So
that is,
a big gamble.
but that is what he told
Coming
Scavrag
from
to
you,
do.
that's surprising that you wouldn't take it.
I didn't say I wouldn't take it. I'm simply saying it's a large gamble.
I mean, if we're wrong, you might end up an elf.
Doubtful.
That's what Nate. He could be a halfling.
If it's what you want, I'm sure we can make it happen.
So I guess we get like a code word that if other you doesn't know it, we stab you?
Okay.
I don't really know how I feel about
They
that.
call and response phrases instead of a single word.
Good call.
Seems safer.
I'm sure they don't share mind.
Okay,
don't know.
so you didn't recall anything, right?
I would like for you to reply back. Pothak ruhis vikasin isiva. Morgaine, you just heard me say, to hell with the stupid fishmen. That's what I used to say when I first joined you guys. The blue elves, I called them fishmen.
The hell
So-
with you, the stupid fishman.
Yes.
I need a note.
Boy, that one's gonna be tough.
Don't worry, I
should
got
probably put
this.
digitally because
I can
got
write
this.
it down if you like.
You gotta put this. Here we go. Here we go. How about this?
Well, I
Hell
guess,
with you.
Should we write it down? That
You
seems
stupid fish.
like a lot.
and I will have 3
Hey,
days. We'll have 3 days of
Good
sailing
tip.
before we get there. I guess we could just keep trying to.
Don't
see
worry,
if
guys.
we can
It's
fix this.
quote
It's a quote.
147.
Coda's call word. Nice.
Like it.
So that's what you should say to me. What
any of
would
you
my
think you
reply
can say
be?
that
Say we all.
No.
That's pretty good.
Oh, oh no! I mean,
I was far more angry back when I first met you all.
Wow.
Byron just looks and says, "No, he's actually quite right."
My reply shall be Astrasik Thrik vi Sva Bulter X. Which Morgaine here says, monkeys don't tell me what to do.
Just putting this out there. I don't speak Draconic. Do any of you?
I do.
You do? Well, this all relies on the one man who has the best memory.
Who will never remember. I wrote it down. If my character
can't
doesn't remember, that means I
read.
didn't read.
And so all you gotta do is just transcribe it as music, and then you'll be fine.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna write a is it called a mnemonic or whatever it is in my head to remember all that.
Oh, there you go.
With the melody. That's what
Okay.
I do to ensure remembering later. I'm
Okay,
gonna roll
well-
for it.
Or Cam, you can just actually physically do it.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do that.
No.
But I got a 22 to fake do it.
Then you got a fake do it mnemonic right now.
Sweet.
I'm not
my
gonna write it.
My suggestion to you all is every time I breathe into the cauldron, challenge me.
Think breathing into the cauldron will trigger it?
The last time I blacked out was when I awoke 3 days away from you.
Skagrid's eyes go big. It's here.
You didn't know that? So that means the dreamer doesn't know that, right?
No, I forgot that you had taken it from the island.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on him.
Ooh.
It
Is that a druid
is-
spell that you now have?
No, but
It
I'll have to pick
is-
some druid spells.
he'll roll at disadvantage. What's
Okay.
my what's
16.
my yeah, rolled a 4 for a whopping 7. So it's a mess. The darts, the thoughts keep darting back and forth between aggressive plans, very tactical memories of first we kill them, then we get back the cauldron, then we bring it back to the father, and then the other memories of blackness, cold yet comfortable blackness, as if buried at the bottom of the ocean. And then infinite rest. And as his mind drags on the infinite rest, then that side of the memories, and that's what it feels like, two sides of thoughts. The one side comes back to, and you get a brief replay in his head of being on a beach, pinned to the ground by a spear through his thigh, as you're seeing an elven woman choke herself, her duplicate, on the beach,
Okay.
and then drown it. And then after it dies, then she walks over and pulls a spear out and then starts stabbing him with it.
Oh my god.
Wow, that is not what I was expecting.
And then you see the cold black. And then it comes back to like this conflictive, the same moment is seen as a betrayal and fear and release and thank you. And then you see a new set of memories. Well, not new, but new in that moment. Eyes awaken and a bestial anger finally.
Gotcha.
Like this sad, pathetic cage is broken and I'm free.
I think you're probably right about your approach.
And then you see the cauldron, because he's thinking about that too. And he was meant to caretake that because this one blacksmith was supposed to be able to trigger it and make it function, which the dreamer was very interested in.
Okay. Well, that should work, I think.
Killing the other Kodo will work.
if what I saw was any indication.
What did you see?
Well, his mind is laid bare to me right now, and he watched.
No, doing it.
Probably Rio. It's moments away.
Doing it.
And what
Hi,
he
April.
was seeing wasn't a person choking themselves, but rather a duplicate of themselves choking themselves till death, and then being slain by the victor, feeling as if all was well, and giving up this life only to be replaced by a new being, something grateful for escape. So if there's something inside, it waits to be released.
So he is one of the Dreamer's children as well.
Seems that way. Made by an elf. Oddly enough.
And you were the victor?
Of course.
No, he was not the victor. Well, what remained, I suppose.
I destroyed him when it was done. Myself, I suppose. Death is release and a breaking, and one become two. And then they both choose. And Bowron's call, blessed be the mother through his hands, has remade me whole, I think.
So to help Kodo, we have to kill him first and then he'll split into two?
I think he's already there.
No, we haven't seen a separate being from him, right?
Well, he said
It's
they'd
always-
die and then they would decide. One would become two and they would decide, you said?
He looks up to you. Elisha separated me with her spear. I looked down at a sad, blind, weak, crawling through the sand, little lost druid praising a mother that stopped listening. And I chewed his throat out.
Yeah, there's
Does anyone have any parchment?
I'm sure we can find some around here.
Yeah, no,
But-
I have some.
But now, I too felt me kill me.
I grab the parchment from Fulcrum
No, sure, here.
and I step into the halfling's field of view. Write down the directions. Write the path now.
He starts writing it down. Now, do you mean the path to Golor? What path do you mean?
To the prison.
Oh, to Zynox prison?
That's where we're going, right?
No, we're going to the vault.
He
The
Yep,
vault.
from the vault.
The
he
vault.
writes down a accurate path with shoddily drawn. You can tell he knows landmarks, but he is not a great artist. So the distances are wrong for those of you that have at least stared at Skeezer's master map. But he's got landmarks. You see Soraka Blaze is listed, and then past that and up and north and around, and you see the Dreamer's Island. So a lot of the land masses are marked, but all the shapes and sizes are slightly off.
Yeah, there's a...
You realize you are the spawn of the Dreamer. That you slayed the innocent that you once were. You have forfeited my protection. I will not aid you. I will not help you in any way.
Well, he's not that half anymore, Kodo.
That is
Balrun
why
made him...
he's still alive.
No, he was dead. We technically killed his other half, so then both halves of them were dead, and then Balrun reincarnated them, and now he's...
I'm resisting to kill him now. I'm giving him the chance to live. But I will not aid him in any way. If I get any inclination that you are steering us in the wrong direction at any point, I will end you.
I would too. I would too. He's never going to let you go. I'm so sorry.
So am I. I walk away and I hand you the map, Fulcrum, and I go upstairs.
Thanks.
Honestly, I'm quite surprised.
Could have put a cap in his ass, put him on the 6 o'clock news.
Well, I guess we'll just keep an eye on Kodo next time he uses the cauldron and sail on? Or should we help him first before we get to this place?
We got 3 days travel. We should sail as soon as we can.
Okay. Let's get things together and sail on, and we'll just keep an eye on Kodo in the meantime.
Kodo, you go above deck, and when you get to the upper deck, Lindell catches up to you to help you out with what you're going through, and he hands you your designated mug for coffee.
Anger flood. Thank you, Lindell.
It's bigger than everyone else's.
I think we got new burbles. Just saying.
God.
He goes to the edge, and he's like looking at him.
They're mostly harmless, aren't they?
I guess.
No. Let me know if they start to try to steer the ship or anything like that.
Oh, of course. Good thing we got God's Sea Balrun over. Fucking.
How's Burl?
So, it's strange. He's kind of active. Something about almost getting eaten alive and killed. He's wearing Peg's sword. It's weird.
So he decided to live after all. Good choice.
Guess so.
Hell yeah, Burl.
Don't ask questions, I just, whatever you guys need. Except for Balrun, but, I'm gonna get told anyway, so. Right, so, I'll be above deck. You guys want anything? I'm around. Good luck, Kodo. All that stuff sounds really fucking terrible, so. Right. He walks off. And then Kodo, you look out and you see that where he's kind of just looking over the edge, you see there were on this side of the boat about 7 Ikax bodies that were floating in the water. And now there's only 2. And all of a sudden you see, let's see here.
Random Ikak body parts being like traded between the burbles.
You just hear, I got this!
I got this.
You see this little yellow one.
Ikak ears if you want to trade.
Oh, yeah, that's right, April. Yeah, Solus. Yeah.
See, this thing pops up,
Oh,
and
wow.
you see
He's got him.
it pops up, and you see it stabs a body and starts gutting it right there on the surface of the water, takes out some stuffs, and it's like, and then it dives under the water. Then a couple minutes later, same one comes back up, takes some more stuff. Then takes the whole body with it, lashing it with its own intestines, tied off to the burble, and then diving back under the water.
At least he's using it all.
God damn these things.
Does this one have what was the mark that was like?
It's the
showing
hand.
through?
Yeah, it's the hand on his
Yeah,
face.
it's got
Yeah, it had
it's got
on
the
there.
white
Okay.
the white hand
I didn't know
of
if he had the ghost hand or not.
the drowned hand.
Is this what's left of our
Round hand.
separate campaign party of burbles beneath the boat?
That's right. That's right. They have the entire other campaign.
That's what the next
We're gonna
campaign
play
is, right?
after Everstorm.
All
Yeah.
purple
All
campaign.
All verbal campaign.
All purple campaign.
Who has the best stuff?
Yeah, but it's all about who has the best stuff.
We need a good solid like one shot of burbles.
Oh, God.
The burble side quest is like a one shot.
Oh my god!
It's like a Lemmings episode.
We're gonna call it Under the Grit.
Grit happens.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Kodo walks back downstairs with his anger juice. Stands at the top of the stairs there and, hey, I decided I'm going to breathe in this stuff now. So, if you all want to ask me a question, go on and come up here if you would.
Yeah, I guess no better
Let's
time
just get
than
this
the
started.
present.
Excellent, awesome, excellent. We're happy you enjoyed it.
Good.
Awesome
good.
as one of those people who can truly fully enjoy their sleep.
Well, that mute didn't work, did it? Sorry, guys.
No, it's not.
No, that
Holy
was a direct
Shit,
blast.
sorry.
Possum
My bad.
in not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that. The current goal in Don't Sleep is they're trying to get to the jail so they can save the dispatch operator, which they're currently in the basement of right now.
Because we found the tunnels that go from the jail
Straight up.
They're-
to the courthouse.
There's
which are
totally
real.
tunnels.
Resident Evil 2
Totally
bullshit,
real.
man.
Oh man.
All right. Well, I guess let's go and see if we need to kill Kodo.
God, Morgan, I hope you remember that. Yeah, it sounds weird when you say it that way.
Kodo marches below decks. You guys follow him, and situated all around the cauldron, you guys see clear as day. Just randomly seated, laying down, or cradling one another, all the Dragonborn. Some look emaciated. Some look like they're breathing shallow. A couple have like active, partially broken, flaking scales along their lips.
Oh. Feeling worse about this decision all the time.
You see Kodo walk up to the cauldron, grabs it, and when he grabs it, you see him for a second stumble. And he steals himself, and that's what we're going to break for now. So let's take our quick break and see how this goes. So we're gonna go make more coffee so we can pee more even later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works. Thanks, chat. We'll be around.
Those things in Rome are in fact us.
100%.
You know what that means, though? It means that Awesome has not yet hit the paradox episode where we find out the reality of the situation.
Oh yeah.
We can't ruin that for him. We just
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's one of the last bunker ones, right?
I think so. Yeah, it was near the end of the bunker. So
Right.
Good stuff. Good
That's
stuff.
fantastic.
All right, we'll be right back. It was about a 10-minute break or so,
Paradox.
guys.
See you back in 10, everybody.
Thanks. Oh, and we're back.
Hey.
Oh. Okay.
Welcome back to Cam Destroys His Bowl.
Cam destroys his bowl
Whatever it
with
is, yogurt.
yogurt.
All right.
By the way, this anger fluid break is brought to you by Bones French Toast Coffee.
Ooh,
nice.
French toast.
It's delicious.
Also, not a sponsor of TC2KB.
No,
But if you might be, email
we're trying.
us.
I did find
We're-
some really good
we're
stuff.
very-
Keyboard at
We are
gmail.com.
very interested in selling out. So
Oh,
familiar.
yeah.
They had some really good stuff.
Throwing
Sounds
up
familiar.
throwing up the competitors.
Hey, I have 2 bags of Found Familiar in the back room, and it is fantastic coffee.
Well, they
And
never
it
sent
has
me any
Color on it.
coffee, so
one day it'll be TT2K Beans coffee.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
With the win. Okay. So, okay, Possum. And I never make it for the broadcast because I personally am, in fact, third shift's problem. He's playing catch up on that stream real
yeah,
fast.
that's awesome.
Yes, he is.
Matt, you're going to hit the paradox real soon. All right.
Watching like a mofo.
Third shift's problem is, in fact, I believe the episode.
I think that's the episode. Yeah.
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 Okay. So, welcome back, everybody. You guys, you guys have left behind Skagrid to the brig. He's been shut in there. And when the door is shut, kind of just walking out of the shadows in the brig, you see a big gunny sack laid down next to the door. And you see Tolik sit down. He's like in front of the door himself. And he opens up the bag. And you see the bag was a dwarven body that's being turned into other stuff.
Gonna be
A
jerky.
Burble would be proud of
Wow.
what is happening in that bag. And then Toast is down, it's like, and then that
Slowly
And he just-
back out.
plops in front of the door, and now that door, it'll take some doing to get that door open.
Well, if he's happy, I'm happy.
You guys gather around. You see, Kodo, it's your house.
Mhm. Are you all ready?
Well, 1 second. I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
I breathe into the cauldron.
All right. Make a wisdom save. And just let me check something real quick.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good roll.
Okay. Hold on. You guys see Kodo take a deep breath, and when he takes in that, you see looking over, all heads turn and face him, and you see strange mix of sadness, fear, but above all, reverence. It looks like it almost is like the look you would give somebody before they're about to like donate a kidney. Like when they're getting prepped for surgery to do something truly great that is going to hurt. Okay, and then you see like blasts of lightning arcs off the mouth and spirals up Kodo, and then even that stuff for a second doesn't arc more than it all gets like forcefully pulled in. And you see it's pulling Kodo, and you see his muscles tensing up at the edge of the cauldron, like he's fighting that. You see it pull his head in slightly, and his sternum and collarbone are resting at the lip. And you see a couple Dragonborn are walking up and trying to carefully support him, but they themselves are also weak. And then all of a sudden his whole body slumps at the edge of the cauldron. And they carefully lift him up and slowly set him back down. And now he's breathing slow and low, and he is on the verge. He looks like he almost fainted. Like his eyes have that rolling thing, but they're half shut.
Gonna get kind of close to him and just look him over. Does he seem any changed at all to my eyes?
No, he looks like Kodo. His eyes are just, he looks out of it.
How are you feeling, big guy?
Like something just ripped out your soul.
And then one of the Dragonborn that's nearby. It is, you all deserve names. It is Labatagaz. She's right, she's wearing the blindfold. And no, it's not her. No, she's under orders. It is a male gold and a male black dragon. And the male gold is like, thank you, Kodo. We're going to burn them down. There'll be nothing left. They'll regret having called upon the children. And then he just sort of like supports Kodo, holds him up, and then he goes off and gets some water.
I guess more importantly, Morgan, is this the part where you're supposed to ask Kodo a question?
I don't have so much of a question.
Yeah, I already forgot.
So you've literally never heard Morgaine speak Draconic before, and he probably hasn't actually done it in years.
Derps is not wrong. I do know the names, but I realize both the names that I pulled, I'd just be throwing them in the wind. The guys haven't paid attention to who these two are. So,
because I would not butcher what Clint has created for this Draconic language, I say in Draconic, to hell with these stupid fishmen. And then I look Kodo in the eyes.
The black dragonborn next to Kodo is like, yeah, you guys, thank you for that. We tried to get some of us, but the most we could do was barricade the stairs. A lot of us can barely stand.
Bauer looks at Morgaine, looks back at Kodo.
Oh, Kodo, you want some wake up juice or angry juice?
Either.
along. Let's go up above. Get you some fresh air. Hey, you too, Crimson.
Yes.
You have a good night.
Good night,
Take care, Crimson.
you gothic red, sharp, pointy thing. 3.
God, he's gothic too.
Goth red.
I try to come up with a new thing every time, but it's not working. I don't get the crying face. Where does crying face come from? You said that earlier.
I don't know. I don't get it.
It's just an emoji.
I don't know.
You know, just that guy right there. You all
That
see-
guy. T.
TT is a crying face.
Yes.
If they're tears.
Yeah, it's
Eyes-
not
eyes squinting
sideways.
tears.
So the two eyes are it's facing you normal. It's not sideways. So the eyes, the lower, the descender on the. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, TT2KB, it's tier 2KB. I got it.
Oh, cute.
Nice.
This one's still my favorite though.
Go to bed.
yep, that's a good one.
What's that one supposed to be? Cam?
Devil horns, man.
Oh, devil. Oh, it's metal. Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Praise Dio. Praise Dio.
Praise Dio.
Praise Dio.
Rainbow in the dark. man.
Well, the crediting with the metal hand symbol is
Yeah.
Dio, but Gene Simmons says he invented it too.
I don't believe.
But there's no way.
Simmons says.
Of course, he would say that. Like he's Gene Simmons.
course,
Fuck
yeah.
you, Gene.
Yeah,
I don't
believe
believe
it.
anything that guy says.
Well, come with me, Kodo. We'll get you some fresh air and some angry juice. And I'll glance back at the other guys. And
I
kinda wink.
appreciate it. I look back at Morgaine.
What the hell did he say anyway?
Well, he butchered our language, but he said
He butchered our language.
to
For
hell
sure, he
with
did.
these stupid fish people.
I wonder why you would say that. That's a weird sentence.
I don't know.
Whether
Hell, why does he even know Dragonborn language? Interesting. I'll have to catch up with him later with that.
You all can't
Does he-
speak Dragonborn, right?
Not normally, no. I'm going to give Bardic
So I look back
Inspiration.
at Morgaine
to,
again.
Fulcrum has Bardic Inspiration.
I look at him and I say it again. I'm like, with like gusto. To hell with these stupid Vishmen. Giving him a second chance, just in case.
after he says it the
And
second
then-
time,
When
Which
Morgaine
fishmen
says
are you
it,
talking about?
when Morgaine says it the second time, Morgaine gets a rousing cry from all the Dragonborn below decks. And then they say it also in Draconic, like, yeah, he's blah, blah, blah. And I'm not even going to try. And
Walkie,
the-
walkie.
you see a lot of them are like basically like, fuck yeah, little elf, good job, buddy. Like, you're trying.
Nice.
using the commotion to his advantage, Fulcrum's going to go up to Morgaine and just kind of whisper up near him. If we have to attack him, we probably shouldn't do it amongst all the other Dragonborn.
And with that, I'm leading Kodo upstairs to go get his angry juice and some fresh air.
So after we've left with Kodo, is there any way to? There's not really a way to lock this door, right?
Oh, the level that the Dragonborn are on?
Actually, okay. Here, I'm gonna wait till you guys go upstairs.
No, there's no door per
Yeah.
se to the lower deck staircases. The staircase is open. Now, when you guys came down after this fight to the lower decks, it had been partially barricaded and moved now that the fight was over with. But that barricade is just a lot of barrels and crates that are now out of the way anyway.
So I'm gonna wait till they basically go upstairs, and then I'm gonna walk back into the room with all the Dragonborn.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna, like, hey, what's up, right? But like, cause they're all like, this guy said a thing in our language. So So I'm gonna ride that wave a little bit, and in probably butchered Draconic, I'm gonna be like, got some business to take care of upstairs. It's really between us. It might get a little lively, but we'd appreciate it if you stayed down here.
Doing real good, Elf. It's pronounced business. And you are corrected.
Doing the best I can.
Yeah. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. And then
Long
I was
time
like,
since I actually.
and then
had
the
to
woman's
say it.
like, it's terrible. Hey, come on. I mean, he's only an elf.
So I'm going to lead Kodo into the kitchen if he goes with me.
Yep.
Actually,
And while I'm
Need some
prepping the
Merengue
coffee, I will be preparing to cast quickly silence once I see the other guys are in position.
Okay.
oh,
It's a verbal somatic spell.
I rolled a 24 persuasion in hopes that will keep them from
They
coming
do.
up when they
They do.
hear like us
They do.
trying to beat up Kodo.
Oh shit, she's in here. If I see her in this room, I will say, you should probably move to the next room for a moment.
Okay. And then she goes to the next room.
Don't worry about what you hear.
As we're getting everything together, Fulcrum will go up to the main deck where I assume, I don't know if Burl's there, but Lindell is still at the wheel.
Burl is at the wheel.
Oh,
You see, Burl has got this black
Take me by the hand.
blade at his side, and the black blade has like inscribed along the hilt all these black wing markings. And you can see he's got a couple other weapons at his side, and suddenly now at a small bench beside the wheel, he's got two loaded heavy crossbows. Captain.
good to see you looking so lively, Burl. I have something you should know. You might hear a bit of a commotion below decks. Don't worry, that's just us.
All right.
Okay.
What do you need?
Just keep the boat. Watch out for the waters. There's rocks everywhere, but we're 3 days out from where we're heading. So keep course. Then just move slow enough to make sure we can see the rocks before we hit them.
All right. Rundale, get up on the front of our human on the water. Another set of eyes.
Nice.
Dude, the best part is we're telling everybody like, no matter what you hear, don't come in here. It's gonna be really bad if like fake Kodo beats the living shit out of us.
Yeah, right. Floor wiped.
And then literally he just walks out and the rest of us are dead in a room. Somewhere. Like, don't go in there.
He didn't go in there.
You said didn't go in here.
It's totally be the normal Kodo, but he just failed his intelligence check to remember when he set the thing up. I'll just test you guys, but then I forgot. All right. So as soon as you guys are in here and nobody else is in there, I'm going to be making the coffee, and my cover for casting the silence spell is going to be like me like putting a little extra something with prestidigitation into the coffee like we normally do.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand or performance, whichever one you want to sell the masking of the spell with. I take issue with performance as a charisma-based skill when it is a dexterity art kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
sleight of hand is better for me, but I think performance is more of what I'm trying to do.
I'll let you take either.
All right, I'll roll performance because I think it fits what I'm trying to do better.
Okay.
18.
Give me a perception to see what's happening. This is opposed by you, Kodo.
Oh,
Jesus.
right off the 20.
Wow,
Oh,
that's high.
close.
That was almost on the 20, man.
Kodo, he's casting something.
Little of the magic into the coffee, making it extra good.
Making it extra good.
This one's got love in it.
Fulcrum will
I
come
just
in.
want the regular stuff.
Oh my, just pure anger it is.
How are you feeling after breathing into that thing again?
It hurts worse every time.
Cast Creamer.
Prestidigitation good cast creamer. That's the cool thing about it.
Yeah, it's true.
Good.
Still had it.
Oh my god.
Where were the other guys at? Alrin and showing over there.
We all.
Well, your new prestidigitation is Druidcraft, which you have.
This one's got hazelnut.
No.
Well, as soon as the other guys come into the room, I'll drop the silence spell into the room, and then I guess we'll see what happens.
Everybody kind of gathers up like it's going to be team meeting time. And then as the whole team is... Oh, as you're heading towards the room, Tulu is like, do you want me in here for this to discuss matters?
Baron just waves him off.
No.
Very well. I shall walk amongst the short ones, I guess. And he steps out across the deck.
As we're slowly gathering, moving into the room, I'm gonna play the Song of Battle, but exclude Kodo.
Oh.
So as you guys get in the room, you see Morgaine starts playing, and you hear a rousing song. That's go ahead and give me the actual song, Morgaine, please.
This will be an interesting situation that's about to happen.
Yeah, right.
Play the music. Just shuts off because it's silent.
Actually, no, it should be the Morgaine song. Hold on. I'm gonna get the Morgaine song.
You start hearing this, and yeah, you start hearing this. He's trying to play it a little bit quieter than normal, and you all feel that spark, that slight twinge of, if I need to go, like it's a little burst of adrenaline, the kind that'll slow your focus and make that hit land. You all feel that spark.
Okay.
Kodo, you don't know what this is. In fact, yeah, you know what this is, Kodo.
So I hand him his cup of coffee. I glance at the other guys, and then I guess.
Sorry, Kodo.
Initiative.
What's that? I take a drink of my coffee.
Okay.
Totally gonna just be the normal Kodo.
I know.
he just got short-term memory loss.
We were.
God damn it!
I don't know what's
All right.
happening here.
So,
This is what he told
whatever you guys are doing, do it.
All right.
You just drink his coffee.
So you guys are jumping him, I assume, since I'm casting a spell this first round. Everyone else like, not me. I'm not doing it.
Nobody wants to be the first one to do it.
Oh, hell, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. I've been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. All right. Let's
All right.
we need initiatives, I assume. So
Yep.
we know whatever we're actually doing things
Yep.
in, 'cause-
Do I get to
Okay.
roll an initiative or do I have to wait? I guess there's no surprise in 5e, right?
No, there.
No, there is surprise. There's surprise. If
Oh, yeah.
you really don't have any reason right now to believe. I mean, he was casting a spell, but he also like made it look like it was just trying to do it to your coffee. So
Right. Yeah.
Everything I have that I'm going to try to hit him with, he's going to be able to save.
So that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
asking.
know.
Do I need to
Literally.
roll
Welcome to my
initiative or
world.
not?
you should roll initiative. So when we get past this surprise round, initiatives are already set.
Okay.
Had the absolute worst thought.
That didn't roll 2.
That's good. So you
Yeah,
don't
the other
roll a
one
3.
What's that?
Yeah, the other guy we talked to was the fake Kodo.
Yeah, the fake one just told us to kill the real Kodo. That's
Yeah, probably.
the thought that literally just went through my head.
Yeah.
I'm
I was
like,
thinking that
what the-
earlier.
yeah.
There we go. Okay.
But there's no reason why we would know that.
Why
I
is
know.
Morgaine not in the actual turn order?
Because he
What's-
wasn't
probably
clicked this
generally.
character.
Oh, I didn't click the character. That's
You
don't
this
Uh,
character.
Your character doesn't click
Here,
on
you
it.
want me to- I'll do it. I'll just do it again. I'll just do it.
No, I got you.
I was saying,
All right,
for whatever reason,
whoever's-
that's why I couldn't figure out why I didn't do the.
Whoever's gonna do the first thing first, that's Balrin called it. So what are you doing, Balrin?
I'm gonna hit him as my rum bottle, being glass, slowly dissipates as the prime material component for the spell Feeble Mind.
Okay, that's a mean one.
That's an intelligence save.
Oh.
Yeah, good luck with saves, guys.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
we're not getting through those.
I need to make an intelligence save, is what you said.
It's an intelligence
Yep.
save, DC 17.
Cool. Got
His charisma and intelligence become 1 as an attribute.
Wow.
He takes 4d6 psychic damage. Is that right? Yeah, 4d6.
Hey, Diesel Shot, we're dealing with inter-party conflict.
Only
Kinda.
Drop an
10.
8th level spell on him.
Okay,
psychic
Kurdo,
damage.
all of a sudden, you're drinking and boom. So to have an intelligence of 1 and a charisma of 1,
He cannot cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, communicate in any intelligible way. He can,
It is-
however, identify friends and foes.
yeah, all you know is that you're in a room with your friends and everything's confusing. You're in a good place that moves on its own. Their friend. In essence, intelligence of 1 would be similar to the intelligence of a reptile. Like an iguana.
No, Kuriga's a 9, by the way.
I
Like,
know, you always
you are
call him a
currently-
lizard.
All you really understand right now, Kodo, is friends and not threats and threats. And right now, these are not threats, but everything doesn't really make sense.
Okay.
Morgaine, you're up. You see real quick, he gets feeble-minded with a blast from Balrin, that as Balrin casts, you see him whispering in Elven, you see a blast come from Balrin's mind to Kodo's mind. And suddenly Kodo's jaw goes a little slack. And he
I
looks
like
a little, ugh.
I like to pretend that this spell just makes everyone as drunk as Balrin.
Yeah.
All right. Morgaine in his head is like, hey, he said to kill him if he didn't do it right. If he didn't hit him right. That's what he said. That's what he said. It's what he said to do, so that's what we're gonna do.
What he said to do.
He basically is talking himself up. He's like, we can do this. We can do this. All right. This is gonna take a lot, so I gotta start with the big guns, I think. So
I
gotta
can't
go
believe
with
that
the-
feeble mind. I can't believe you rolled a 4.
That's
Well,
impressive.
when I saw it was an intelligence save, I was like, there's a chance. So,
Yeah, true.
That's brutal.
Yeah, why do my friends kill dragon? Jesus.
Why do my friends keep that?
because he has to. He has to rise again in 3
That's
days as an
ye-
elf.
that's true.
Exactly. Yes.
All right, so
I
I
don't even
rolled
see you on the
a-
map, Morgaine. Where the hell are you even at?
Oh,
He's from the crow's
Still in
nest.
I'm still in the crow's nest.
Yeah, in the crow's nests.
Still in the
Shoot
crow's
an arrow through
I
like
could probably hit him
crack
from
in
the
a
crow's nest, to
doorway.
be honest, but
He actually
Anyway.
can. Fucking sharpshooter.
Flies running so
anyway.
far.
I roll a 23 to hit.
Yeah, you probably hit. He's not even.
Okay, so I am going. This feels so bad. I'm going to choose this as my auto crit,
Yeah. Yeah.
and this
Yeah.
is the lambent touch. So we're gonna get the guiding bolt in here as well. So the regular hit.
Hopefully we weren't wrong.
I know,
know.
this feels so bad. So the rate.
Oh,
so wait,
that's
we double the dice,
this,
right?
it just happens to be the whole party.
We roll double dice, right? Not double.
Yeah.
everything
Yes.
else. Okay.
No, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so plus 15. So 27 piercing damage. Thank God.
One of us is Judas that sold him out. The rest of us are the other apostles who just denied him 3 times in the day.
Yeah, I sold him up technically. I brought him up for coffee.
That's
Dropped
right.
Silence on him. This is a reverse. This is a boot party for sure. Not a reverse one yet, as far as I know.
This is like This is like Praxis season at LARP.
Yep.
One room, 5 guys walk in, no one else is allowed to enter. We told everyone ahead of time not to go near that room. Like it's
Don't worry about
24
that. We're just
radiant.
killing Kodo.
In addition.
24 radiant in addition.
24 radiant in addition.
Okay.
And then I go again. But I don't get to guiding bolts, so we don't get to do that. Okay.
Snacks is like, what's happening?
21. Does a 21 hit?
It doesn't.
No.
It's 22.
Okay, so that one misses.
They're killing Kodo.
I will take the whatever it's called, where I get to go again.
It's the passion of the
Action
Kodo.
surge.
The thing where I get to go again from the fighter. That's the most fightery thing you said.
All right, so that probably hits on a 31. We're gonna hit him. I don't think any of this stuff is gonna work, but we're gonna try. We're gonna hit him with grasping arrow.
Passion of Kodo.
Passion of the Kodo.
In Rome,
All
they
right.
call that smear.
Oh.
They do. All right, so he takes 13 piercing, and then let's
A lot of
see.
damage.
Make sure that this all works like I want it to. Then he takes 9 poison. Speed is reduced by 10 feet because he's getting hit by grasping arrow. So the first time he tries to move 1 foot or more without teleporting, he's going to take 2d6 damage, or he can use an action to remove it with a strength athletics, which the DC would be a 14 on the strength check. And that's not as good. 22? God, I'm getting all
22 is
that.
That
Macy.
is his armor class.
So that I hit or I miss. I can't remember.
You hit.
It's right
You
on.
hit.
I
You hit.
when it's right on.
If you hit the armor class, you hit.
Okay. Take 7 piercing. And
God, it's just gonna be a beat pile on Kodo till Kodo's turn
I
comes
know.
around.
I'm gonna use
Kodo's turn's not
shadow
gonna come
arrow.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
No.
It's gonna pummel him into the ground.
No.
At this rate, even Fulcrum's turn's not gonna come up.
Probably not.
6 psychic damage. And wisdom save DC 14, which I imagine you'll get. Or else you are unable to see anything further than 5 feet till the start of.
Oh! So many magic arrows.
Oh,
Yeah.
3. Okay, well, that's gonna land.
What the hell is happening to your dice?
I never roll digital dice.
I was gonna say,
He knows he's playing us and he doesn't want to roll his real dice.
He doesn't want to roll some dice
Oh,
against
this is
us. He will not
bullshit. Roll the
sully his
real
real
dice,
dice.
man.
this is how we know that it's not real Kodo.
I wanna see the angry dice.
Out the
I
metal
thought people
dice.
would want to see the dice rolls. Sorry.
It's
So
fine. It's
he-
fine.
He can't see more than 5 feet until the end of my next turn.
Oh my God, he's just crippled and blinded and feeble-minded. All right, Valorant,
And then
your turn
I'm-
again.
I'm gonna move
Oh.
back so I can still see him in the
Another
room.
turn.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But I am gonna use my the thing.
Send him to the Feywild arrow.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the thing where it's the thief thing. It's the rogue thing. Cunning action to
Okay.
hide.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to roll off against him for that. Or I don't know.
Do you have to hide? I can't see more than 10 feet in front of me.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You have to hide. I can't
Good
see.
point. Good point.
All right,
Second
Valorant, you're up.
cyber roll, man.
We'll assume it works.
Yeah.
This feels so bad. It
You
feels
know-
so bad.
I think
Fine.
I think Bowron's going to simply just hold back and let Fulcrum go.
Okay, Fulcrum.
Coordinated over you. He just wants you to take the blame later.
Dude, he's trying to turn you into a Sith Lord, dude. That's what he's trying to do. It's like, feel the anger.
Kodo is staring around like a beaten puppy trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Well,
Panic in
Kodo,
his eyes.
yes, to be fair, Kodo, even though you can recognize friends, your friend just hurt you. So, like, at this point, when your turn rolls around, it's go time to at least the ones that did hurt you.
Yeah, but for right now, he's like trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Can I have a free social at the end of my turn and yell the thing in Draconic? Just hopes.
Okay, Morgan.
Oh my god.
You yell it, and then below decks you hear it. It responded back to you like, "Yeah, fuck those fish guys!" in Draconic.
Fuck those fish guys.
He's like the clergy guy at the end of Braveheart. He's like, just say mercy and it'll all be over. And Kodo's
Oh god.
Oh, this is terrible. I hate all of this.
Oh god. Jesus Christ, with tears welling up in his eyes, Fulcrum goes to attack Kodo as Petty Officer Spectre. This Petty Officer Spectre comes to the wall to give me a flank.
Of course he does.
Set up a flank on Kodo.
Yeah, Petty Officer Spectre came to the wall.
He's like, what are you guys doing?
So sorry.
Oh, he's totally the imposter.
Oh, and bonus action, I will Hexblades curse him.
Yes, you will.
Hope you have a good backup character.
We're doing awful things to our friend.
Um,
Told us to.
20 damage total, 5 of which is necrotic.
Okay.
If I hit on a 28. And then Fulcrum strikes again. Oh, that wasn't even, wait a second. That wasn't the Hexblade's curse damage. That's another 5 damage on top of that, actually. Sorry.
Bauer's just like, I'm so thankful that my doppelganger showed up when we were like 8th level and nobody had like super spells yet. Like
30 to hit on the next.
What I love is that in the neighboring room, Harmony's hearing all this going like, what's going on?
There's silence. I got
Oh, right. You cast silence. I forgot.
Nothing is being heard in this room.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So that's
So was
People
Cam's
on the
spell
deck just
working
see
then?
Morgaine step out and just start firing into a room for no
Was
reason.
Cam's song being heard if there was silence?
No.
he did it
not
right
not outside,
before he
right?
said.
what does the song do first again?
Free crit.
A
Free
free
auto crit.
crit.
Didn't you start? Ooh.
I played it before we started, I think, right?
Does that down you with that second strike for 24 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
look, somebody hit the emergency buzzer. We all had a meeting and discussed it. Kodo was sus. We had to eject you from the airlock.
Okay. So Valorant, as he drinks his coffee, Valorant blast, and Morgaine's like, and it's like stab, stab, stab. And then as he's looking around at all of you, Valorant just looks over at Fulcrum,
He's
and
not
Fulcrum's like,
looking around.
stab, stab.
He's looking at no one because he can't see anyone.
And then you guys see Kodo fall face down. Coffee spills across the floor with blood. Kodo,
Like that.
Sid, it's your turn.
Is Kodo still breathing?
Kodo is still breathing, but he is bleeding out.
God damn it.
Hold on, Sid. Kick him a few more times, finish the job.
I just look at the other guys. I'm like,
You can't hear me say that. There's silence in the room, isn't there?
That's right. You can't hear him say that.
We
There's no talking.
can't even say fun shit. Damn,
It's just, it's
worst spell
and-
ever.
those of you in the silence. It is. It's eerie. It's dark. All this is happening in pure silence.
Yeah, he said to let it go, and I assume we can respawn him later if it fucked up. So I'm just gonna sit there and watch. This is what he asked us to do. I'm gonna follow it through and just watch him bleed
All
out.
right,
Oh my God.
Kodo.
How pissed off would Kodo be if he had to get reincarnated as an elf?
Kodo, roll death saves. That's the first one made. You have a bonus to death saves?
I have a +4 to everything.
Con.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Wait,
Oh, except your charisma is now a 1.
no, it's not a charisma bonus. It's not based on charisma, is it?
Yeah, it's
Hold on,
con.
it is.
It's
So it's a
con.
+1.
No, his saving.
Oh, no, it's not.
I am unconscious, so I don't get that bonus. So,
Right.
so my
It's a
my
natural
Constitution is a +2, so it's a 9.
So that's a fail.
Yeah.
So that's one failed. Morgaine, you're up.
I stand there, bow not drawn,
Watch.
and just
Okay.
stand and watch my friend bleed out.
Byron, what are you
That's what he
doing?
told me to do.
suppose if you want something done, you have to do it yourself.
The only Balrin move is to kick him while he's down.
He literally passed up the chance to knock him
Oh,
down
God.
and waited until he was laying
Dude,
down.
if we got
to
the
take his
Fulcrum's
strike.
turn again, I was gonna roll if he healed him or not. I don't know if I could do it.
Bauer will poke him. Come on now. He did. You can't
So
say
is that
anything
another
because it
failure? If he pokes
Yeah.
me?
counts as an auto. Yeah, whatever.
It's not a poke. It's got to be something kind of violent. But yes,
Yeah, I mean it's a stab.
you're gonna kick him.
No,
You
it's,
stab him.
yeah, it's
Stabs him with a trident.
but just for good measure, to make sure we get the full Dragon Jesus thing, I want to hit him in the side with my spear.
Now, when you stab him in the side, technically he is incapacitated right now, so that
Right.
is a crit.
That's
So a crit is 2.
two.
So
Oh,
so
I didn't have
as
to use
you-
my auto crit on him.
as
No.
you stab, all of a sudden you guys see he bleeds out on the floor in the silence, and the pool's getting bigger and bigger. And then you see pouring out of his mouth, broken and open, tongue lolled on the side of the floor, black mist.
I'll drop the silence.
Does it mean we get the right one or the wrong one?
And then it envelops the two. And there are 2 Kodos. And that's where we're going to wrap for the night.
Well, hell,
Oh my
fellas.
god. That was
At least
brutal.
there's 2.
That is one of the most difficult things I've done in a game.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Oh my
So
god.
I'm like, I think it's not him, but he's still using. He's still the one playing the character. I don't like how this feels.
No,
I like
never
it.
thought that was coming, Mouse. Yeah.
Black fucking mist. Why is it always black fucking mist? Because it's cool, man.
It's cool.
Because it's so edgy.
Oh
So,
boy.
Oh god.
we kick off next game with Dos Kotos.
Dos Kodos?
They are 2.
Well,
Thanks for
at least
kicking my
there's
ass, guys. I appreciate that.
two of them, man.
Sure, I hope that's what you
Happy to
needed.
do it.
Thanks for that
Yeah, I
feeble-minded.
hope- I
That
hope-
shit's bullshit.
That's
Yeah.
a great spell.
Did a lot of good.
Yeah, that's the Spooky
terrible.
caster spell.
Level 8 is just
It's a screw you anybody spell. I mean, that's literally
Yeah.
anybody. Like,
I mean, if
Fighter
nothing
be okay.
else,
Barbarian
we've
be alright.
learned how nasty our Alpha Strike is if we ever need to do it right.
Man, I didn't even smite.
I didn't even go.
That's
I know.
true.
neither did I.
Actually, Balrin didn't
So-
go, so
Yeah.
he's already laying on the ground bleeding.
God, jeez.
We all standing there letting the man agonize a slow death. You gotta be merciful.
So many
Just kick
magic
him in the
arrows.
ribs.
Merciful and stab him in the side. Dragon Jesus.
Dragon Jesus.
Dragon Jesus. I'm just
I
saying.
have the scars to prove it now.
He's gonna get stigmatas every once in a while.
That's right. Every now and then, Koda will now
my
bleed
God.
from his stigmata wounds.
Mhm.
Wow.
That's like my last
Yeah.
character. I did that last campaign.
You did.
Stigmata.
You did.
I had
You bled
stigmata
out a
in the
lot.
last campaign.
Yeah.
I bled a lot. I got
Oh,
bonuses for mine though.
Oh man.
I need some Dragon Jesus bonuses, Levi.
I'll work on that.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Dragon Jesus bonus.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We'll be back. I think we're back in 2 weeks. I don't remember the schedule right now. Hold on, let me check the schedule. Let me check the schedule.
May Day.
May 1st. So that's the next one.
Nice.
And then our schedule gets a little weird because we are desperately trying to avoid Mother's Day and some other stuff. So
Kind of crazy.
Summertime's
Figure it out.
crazy.
Summertime.
Mm.
Are we ready for all the plugs?
I
Yeah,
think
go
so.
for it.
Like, you
Okay, I thought you were looking up schedule.
Sometime.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. All right, so this is Tabletop to Keyboard. You will find us back here later today. At least I'll be here. Running Zweihander. That'll be at around 8 p.m. Central Time, as the party of vigilantes has unfortunately become super wanted, and there are airships with spotlights, searchlights searching the streets for them. So they have done the only reasonable thing they could think to do, and that is to take the sewers out of town. So that's not a good idea, but that's what they're doing. So come back later today, watch some Zweihander action. It's going to be a dungeon crawl, and it's going to suck for them horribly. Then on Monday night, 10 p.m. Central, or 9 p.m., depending on when you decide to start, we'll be playing some Jackbox, I believe, this week. We were talking about going back for Jackbox. So it'll be Jackbox for community night for looking for Gru at 9 p.m. Central Time. Me, Jeff, and those of you in the chat who get into our Discord and sign up will be able to play online with us live. Tuesday, it is DM'd Art and Bardic Knowledge. Levi kicks things off at 7 p.m. He's going to be working on a new project. Is that what you were saying?
New stuff. It'll be two me jumping back and forth paintings, possibly. One of my wife and one of my daughter.
Nice. That's right. And then after that, Bardic Knowledge, Cameron will be hanging out. Are you going to be working on music, Cameron?
Probably do music this time, since I will be less busy during the day than I was last week. So we're going to do that.
For those of you who watched Bardic Knowledge, when we did all the stuff with Leela, the first song of Leela, Clint mastered, and Kim and I have been listening to it, and Kim already posted to Facebook, and
That is really funny.
we're very excited. Yeah,
That's all pop up on there.
It's
big deal.
It's
Big deal.
It is.
Big deal.
It turned out way better than I would have ever guessed when I started. It just got too much fun. I just kept adding
Cameron
stuff.
Clint, she said her favorite part is the backup singers.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, she loves that.
that was literally me sitting where I am right now, just being like, "Love is not love." And I was like, "Did that sound okay?" I don't know if that sounded okay. And I just did it like 20 times over until it sounded like decent. And then I was like, I can process the shit out of that. We can make that work.
Amazing.
Anyway, I'll be
And
doing
then I
music.
made him sing 3-part harmony with himself. So
Yeah, he fixed it so I was singing 3-part harmony instead of just the one
That's awesome.
shitty
Yeah.
harmony by myself.
yeah.
So I'll be working on music. Also, to plug it, all the music you have heard, almost all the music you've heard tonight, and you hear in most of our streams is all made by me, and it is free to use for your own streams, or if you want to use it in a video, or if you just want to listen to it, it is all free to use. So please use it. You can find it all here. You can also find it on Spotify. You can stream it on Spotify, but at that link you can download it for free. Again, free to use. Do what you want with it. It's our gift to the community, so please take advantage. Just credit it and say, hey, TT2KB gave us this music, and hopefully other people will come check us out too. So that's
Nice.
it. That's what I got.
And then Wednesday night at 10 p.m., we are back for Kindred, my Vampire the Masquerade game. There's going to be like a 1 month time jump from the end of last game, and all the vampires may or may not actually enter the domain proper this game. We'll see. It's up to them. I still don't know exactly what they're going to do. I never quite know exactly what they're going to do, but setting fire is apparently on the table at all times.
I got plans. I got so many plans.
Always.
So tune in 10 p.m. Central Time for Kindred this week. That Thursdays are a night off. Fridays, Clint sometimes gets 3D print streams going.
Good
Sometimes
news.
things go horribly wrong.
Finally today, 30 minutes before our stream, I finally managed to fix the model for the gym that I've been trying to fix this entire time.
Nice.
So,
nice.
they are both exported in STLs and they will be ready to print. So,
Okay, so that's what you got to look forward to probably on Friday.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
I'll probably have one of them done before then, but I have 2 pieces that I need to print, so I'll throw one up on Friday.
Because
Nice.
it's massive. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's-
it is a 16-hour print, so maybe I'll start that early in the morning. Yeah.
And that's it for our lineup. The only other game we got is Don't Sleep, which is on the opposite Wednesdays of Kindred. So not this week, but another week away for Don't Sleep. For those of you who might be, let's say, binging the 15 episodes or whatever we have on YouTube. And if you're on our YouTube, you'll find all kinds of other games that we put up there. Everything from our Pathfinder 2E game to all my Zweihander campaigns, all the back episodes of Everstorm. If you have no life and you really want to binge, ooh, that's 2 years of your life right there to go through. But hey, you can do it.
Yeah.
It's all out there. You can find all those back episodes, the wisdom check me and Jeff did, our podcast, everything on our YouTube channel. So go there, find all the other great stuff that we have been doing over the last couple of years we've been streaming. And I think that is just about it for plugs. Plugging plugs.
Go to the Discord. Click the link.
Yeah, definitely
yeah.
join up that. We keep everything posted up there as best we can. Hopefully you know what's going on with us. And yeah, also the panels below, if you haven't seen them, mostly right.
What's wrong with them? What do we have wrong?
The Everstorm
We
list.
just have an update.
The Everstorm
just
list
need
some
to-
old dates on it.
We just need to update everything.
Oh,
again,
hells
but it's
bells.
about that
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
I'll fix
It's
it.
all right. We'll get it. We'll get it all fixed. In the meantime, I'm going to set us up a raid. And I was
Who
just
the hell's
checking
still
out.
awake at 1:15? Let's see what's going on.
We got options. We got options today.
Nice.
We're
So,
big boys.
I'm a big fan of raiding my friends over at Defenders of Cobalt. They're still up
Nice.
playing.
Heck
Well, no,
yeah.
they may not be for much longer.
Yeah.
But we'll set up a raid and see if we catch them before they go away.
Let's
That's
do
always
it.
fun to do.
We show up and they just, I'm out.
Yeah.
Hey,
That
thanks
happened.
for being
Thanks,
here.
guys. See you
All
later.
right, happens to us a lot.
Sometimes that happens, but if Chuck has drank enough, they'll be up till 2. It's usually how it goes.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Big
Yeah,
old
hi,
thanks,
Thank you for
everybody.
giving us your time. Check us out. Thank you for your time. Have a lovely evening. Thanks for being with us.
Later, all.
Thanks,
Glad
everybody.
to have you all here.